Hello, welcome to the Full Moody podcast. It's last minute. No, I'm just kidding. A Toy Kind of Mood, episode 231, impromptu live stream, crazy afternoon live stream on both coasts. And there's just so much Comic Con. It's toy panel madness is just it's insane. And I didn't want to wait till Wednesday. There was no way. So here I am. So Trav Moody here with Bobby, who's also going to Comic Con, my partner there.
Oh, finally.
And we have a guest. He's kind of, we said he's the red man in Wu-Tang, so you're gonna see him a lot. He's not can't be an official member, but he's an official member, if you know what I mean. Man, the first guy I usually see when I go to Comic Con and clank a whiskey with is Jason. Talk to me, man.
Bro, it hurts me every time I come on here and realize I'm not going to see y'all at SDCC this year. Like I think it causes me actual physical pain, but there's going to be other times. Maybe between then and now, I'll like hit the lotto or something and just like, all expenses paid and
there you go.
Big baller. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
Yeah, man, it pains me, especially getting that email yesterday for the Paramount Lodge, and I'm like, I can't even text Jason to see what time he wants to go because
That's
it's
where
like
he and I
half
like
hour.
met up, like at the Paramount Lodge. We like to go there and drink their booze for free. So
That's right. That's the way to kick it off. Bobby, you won't be joining me at the Paramount Lodge either because you
No.
didn't get in. No, I'm just kidding. He's not arriving until
Thursday night. Yeah.
So, yeah. But I'll be at preview night. Anybody in the chat at preview night, let me know. Let's say hi to some folks. Some people joining us. Impromptu Blitz. What up, man? What's going on? All right. Now, this guy I'm hanging out with, Jean-Claude. No, it's not the real Jean-Claude Van Damme, but my guy, Huvane. What up, man? Van Damage. I'm gonna see him at the Paramount Lodge. We both got the same time slot in the afternoon on Wednesday, so we checking him out. Howdy, Colossal Customs. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. Super cool nerd show in the house. That's your avenue.
yeah, that's me.
All right. Todd C. New time. No, not this is just a last minute. Hey, let's talk about Comic-Con thing. And you know what? If we get an audience and we get a crowd, we'll start doing more of this stuff. Shout out to Mega J Retro, Full Force. These guys can go on when they want, and they'll have 100 people watching them. I don't know if that'll happen with us, but I'm glad that we have people hanging out with us last second. Means a lot to us. Blitz says, came home from watching Superman, caught the classified team interview. Yes, shout out to Full Force. They have an interview with the classified team. Maybe when people stop watching, when they're done watching that interview, they'll hop on here. That'd be cool. I actually asked Full Force, I'm like, are you going live to talk Comic Con? Because I'm just chilling. He's like, nah. I'm like, all right, I'll do it then. I'll do it. Speaking of Superman, guys, did we all saw it, right? I saw Jason's post, and Bobby, you saw it. Let's just talk about that for a sec before we get rolling with Comic Con. No spoilers, no spoilers,
Nah, it's too
no
early.
Easter eggs, nothing like that.
Fuck it. I'll kick it off. I got the shirt.
Yeah, I was gonna let you go.
There's a moment watching the film, and it always I always get drawn back to Kill Bill Volume 2, where Bill is describing to the bride like who Batman, Spider-Man, and Superman really are. And it's you remove the mask, Bruce, Batman's Bruce Wayne, Spider-Man's Peter Parker, but Clark Kent is Superman. And this movie, I think, and Snyder hit it on like one scene, but this shows that Clark isn't Superman. Clark is Clark. Clark puts on the suit, he becomes Superman. But there are so many times throughout this film where we actually get the three different Clark voices. We get Clark as Superman, Clark with Ma and Pa, Clark with Lois. That vulnerability.
Agreed.
Gunn kills it with this. Zen put it best, and I told some friends. This is the closest we've gotten to a real live Superman the animated series. and in the best possible way. Justice Gang was great. Like Mr. Terrific, Guy, Hawk Girl, Low, like everyone was pitch perfect. I had there was some bits and pieces where I was like nitpicky, um, but it was amazing and fantastic. And the fact that four is a name, like that little scene was so good. It was great. And I honestly could have just sat there and watched it again.
Cool. I'll go to you, Jason. I do want to say I see people saying hi in the chat, so we'll just say hi real quick to Ryan Daly.
Mhm.
This it means a lot that you guys are hanging out. Shout out to Ratface44. He just did a review of Footloose. Check out his YouTube channel. Great reviewer, great critic. Jedi Ben in the house. Very funny stuff right there. E Worthy, what are we drinking? I'm just doing Synergy kombucha man during the day.
It's
Um,
5 o'clock my time. It's bourbon time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I'll probably be drinking at 1 o'clock when I get to preview night because I'm going doing the McFarlane thing and they're supposed to have rooftop booze, so we'll see what happens. Some people talk about the HasLab. We'll get into the HasLab a little bit too. We could talk about that. But go ahead. Could give us some short thoughts on
So
Superman. I'll give mine and we'll move on with the show and talk Comic Con and toys.
I have to give it to the cast of this movie because I don't think we've had a better Jimmy Olsen. I loved Lois Lane, Perry White.
Don't call me Chief.
I know, right? No, he was so good. Mr. Terrific came in and I don't want to say stole the show, but I definitely want to see more of him. It was an awesome effort by a bunch of people to put something great together. And the movie established a new universe without even trying.
Mm-hmm.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm ready to go see it again. I have to go and take my family because I went with the podcast crew last night.
Yeah.
I kind of played hooky for my own show so we could go watch it. But dude, it was a great Superman. I liked that everything was brightly lit.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see colors, not, crapping on anybody else's efforts in the past, but it's a good movie and it's getting the ratings that it deserves despite maybe a little bit of attempted sabotage before. It's worth watching. It's worth watching again.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. I saw it in IMAX 3D. It was amazing in that way. Great format to see it in. Yeah, highly recommended. I mean, AMC stubs, dude. That's the cost of a 3D IMAX. And then I can go to what, 4 movies a week for the month? I think it's worth it. I know it's 26 bucks,
Yeah.
28 bucks, but if you go to the movie twice a month, it pays for
Yeah.
itself.
Oh, yeah.
And I live next to an AMC, so it's worth it.
And just real quick, just the rumor, it's not really rumor because James Gunn did say it, that he is working on trying to get a Mr. Terrific series done.
Or Jimmy Olsen, Jimmy Olsen.
Look, Jimmy Olsen, like the riz he had in this movie was hilarious, but it is canon. Like Jimmy Olsen in the books, he pulls his girlfriend right now in the books is like black. Is it Sonic Banshee? Like he like the so like the,
I know which one you're talking about. I can't think of her name. Not Sonic Banshee.
it's like Silver Banshee, Black Banshee,
Silver Banshee.
Silver Banshee. Yeah, like that's his girlfriend right now because like Superman helped like reform her, and he's like, I'm Jimmy, and she's like, boom, right? Like it's great. It was
funny that like she's smoking hot, but because she's such a fucking lunatic, he was like, it doesn't matter how hot she is, she's insane.
Like
and
girls I've dated before.
Yeah, I like that statement was fun. Instead of like the usual like nerdy guy being smitten over every hot piece of ass, he's like, you know what? It doesn't matter if she's hot. She's the worst, So that was cool. I'll get my quick thoughts. That was a perfect movie. I know people have like their notes and all that, but we just needed something with a tone that was a good positive Superman tone. And this is coming from a guy who loves Man of Steel. But I think for the time that we're in, no matter where you're coming from, I think just a fun, upbeat, vulnerable Superman, and I refer to him as Clark even when he has the S. He just feels
Yeah,
he's Clark Kent all the time, and that might bother people who want like the polarity. And I like because there's a dimension of Superman that we haven't seen other than in the comic book, right?
yeah.
Because it's like, you know, Bruce Wayne's a billionaire, whatever, and he's suave, and then all of a sudden he's pissed off as Batman. So, and then, we got the Clark's a doofy guy, and then all of a sudden he's invincible and he's an alien. I just like that he was just kind of the same all the time, and then he needed to be a badass when he fucking needed to be a badass. So, that was great. But the key for me in this movie was the fact that James Gunn didn't change a thing about his style, despite Superman being a way different world than anything he's ever touched. Like, if you ever think about any superhero and you put it with Guardians, Suicide Squad, Peacemaker,
Yeah.
Creature Commandos, Superman doesn't belong in that group. Like, you're like, and James Gunn's, any from Slither and all,
Yeah.
it doesn't belong in his art style, and yet he kept his his aesthetic, his auteur style. He kept everything the same: the zaniness, the music, the it was such a James Gunn movie, but with Superman, which is such a tall task, and I don't think we'll give him enough credit with how great he did this,
Oh yeah,
because it
he
could have
had
been a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he had some big shoes to fill going
Yeah.
into this. A
Mhm.
lot of expectations, and I think he rose to the occasion.
Like the one thing, and the suit isn't for everyone. I like the suit; it actually looked really great on camera. But I think the one thing that this movie really brought, and Travis Gunn touched on tonally, it was hope. It was hopeful. Like you felt
Hope,
like hope.
but it still had, I don't mean to go hope, but it still had the crazy. It's not like James Gunn was like, okay, it's Superman. I gotta tone anything down.
Oh no
He
no
still
no!
like did some crazy, like it
It
was the most edgy
it kicks off.
Superman movie without being edgy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, it's James Gunn.
exactly. No, but it was. I might take
Yeah.
Ashley this week to go watch it. I do. I need to see it again.
Oh, I'd like to see it again, probably in a week, and it won't have to be in IMAX. I'll just see it because, let the crowd die down, and I definitely got to see it again. I usually go to the theater twice, but why not, right? So,
Yeah.
all right, cool. Let's talk toys. And Jason S says, "Seeing Superman tomorrow. Have you muted until?" Yeah, we didn't spoil
No
anything.
spoilers.
But yeah, and Mr. Terrific is fantastic.
That man
I
doesn't
thought
want to risk it. That's
yeah,
a
yeah,
true
no,
fan
I
right
got
there.
you. Yeah, there was a lot of characters, but they all had there was a reason to have them. You know what I mean? I
Yep.
thought that was hard to do, and he did great. All right, actually, Kevin Kelly brings up. Hey, are you Kevin Kelly, the guy who used to announce AEW in New Japan? Because Okada, baby, Okada. And we'll talk AEW Jazzwares later in the show. Boycott the HasLab Snowcat until
Whoa.
Hasbro fourth figure. We want Quinn. We want Quinn. The fans have spoken. Emily. Yeah, Emily, because it's up to Emily. Like, if we don't back this, Emily is the one to make. No, kidding, being
Oh
sarcastic.
God.
It's not. It's they have their bosses. They come up with stuff and then they pass it to the suits, and the suits say what goes. So
I don't feel like
don't
Quinn should
blame
be
me.
an exclusive either.
No,
No.
I was scared you guys were going to spoil it. Yeah.
No,
Hopefully
we're
that
a
wasn't.
holes. We're a holes. We're not a holes. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. All right, so let's run through Comic-Con panels, and we don't really cover Funko on here, but there is a welcome to the Thunderdome room 6 BCF, which is a massive, massive room.
Oh.
In terms of the size rooms, you have Hall H, which is, where all the famed movies, Ballroom 20, which it's mostly TV and animation. That's in Ballroom 20. And then 6 BCF is the next big beast of a room. And Funko is going to be there from pretty much right away when the con starts, 10:30 to 11:30 on Thursday. And Nathan Fillion will be there, and more. You can see all this description on Comic-Con's programming website, but I just want to highlight some of the stuff. We didn't do slides for the show since we're last second, but I'll run through the convention. Do you guys care about what Funko has to offer at Comic-Con at all?
I'm never gonna like crap all over Funkos. They have a dedicated fan base. I mean, I even like accidentally have one, so you know, Pimp Daddy Destro. So I'm never gonna crap on anybody's toy collector, but yeah, I understand them getting the big room. It's Funko, man. They will show up for Funko.
Yeah, and granted, Funko's been having issues for the past few years because they've just been pumping out so much random shit. But you look at who they're bringing on. Like Nathan Fillion is going to have a big year or big summer because of not only is he in Superman, but he's also in Lanterns. Like Guy is in both projects and Peacemaker. So, I mean, having Nathan there is a nice little catch. And yeah, if you're into Funko, like you are into like I was trying to get out of Funko, and then like I picked up Superman, I picked up Captain America and Venom, Spidey, because I'm like, oh, buy two get one free. Obviously, I have to get these. All right, well, screw it, you know. But yeah, I'm not shocked they're getting that bigger room. I'm also kind of not shocked that they're kicking off the San Diego because it's not Hasbro, it's not Mattel, but Funko is like you. We've all been to San Diego. We've all seen the Funko lines. We've all smelled the Funko lines, and it is something to behold.
I'm glad I don't have to wait in those Funko line. Remember the one night I wasted my entire preview night waiting in the Funko line that Derek got me in to try to get like the Batman versus Superman Funko, and then when I finally got up to the front, 3 hours into preview night, it's only 3 hours preview night. Literally was there the whole. And I waited like 2 hours, and there's still like loads of scalpers. Now they don't care about Funko. They don't make any money on that shit anymore, as far as I'm concerned. It's really hard to make money on Funko now. Like it's not an eBay game anymore. It did ruin Comic-Con, but now Funko is not. I mean, what are you gonna make $5 a Funko?
I mean, they usually have a really big presence on the floor, though, man. They've got like a whole.
No, they're big at Comic-Con, but I'm saying as far as they're more dedicated fans than before. It was like a big scalper flipper thing, but it's not. They lost a lot of their value. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I know. I had a friend one time was like, "Hey, because I try to get buddies stuff when I go, you know, if I can, within reason." And he was like, "This Funko," and I was like, "No." Like instant no. There's no way. There's no way you can get me to get.
That was a curse word for Comic-Con if you said Funko out loud.
I am very generous to my friends. I love doing stuff for them. He asked for Funko. I was like, nah, bro. Ain't gonna happen.
That is
can't make me. I felt bad. No.
Right. Let's get to the next panel. What we got? All right, cool. Mattel WWE. This is a big one for me, just as a big, I was in Vegas, WrestleMania. I was a big WWE fan and have presented for Mattel in the past WWE toys. And I look forward to seeing this panel. They actually haven't announced who the superstars were yet. And if you caught my little video this morning, I showed who was in the last 2 years. And it was, CM Punk and Seth Rollins headline. It was also Mick Foley. And then in the year before, we had, I think, Cody and Undertaker, Zelina Vega. We've had some pretty big stars. I mean, way back in the day, they had Sasha Banks and Bayley and stuff. So, yeah, some big stars. They haven't announced them yet. I'd expect that to be fairly soon. Probably just checking on WWE schedule. But, yeah, that'll be 11:15. Room 6A is a good-sized room. They used to have it, I think, in, like, room 7. And the line, I was telling Bobby on the phone, the line would be all the way through the convention because they want to see the WWE superstars. But 6A, honestly, you won't, even if you get there late. I mean, if you don't get in the panel, I might have to give you $1 because you should be able to. That's a lot of dollars that people can't get. But yeah, you should be able to get in the panel. 6A is a big room.
Yeah, from what I recall, I've gone to a couple panels in there. Yeah, I still wouldn't take the chance. Go line up.
Yeah, especially that early in the morning when people are getting up to go to the convention anyway, and there's no. There might not be as much competition. This is a big panel. It's going to depend on, I mean, it's hard to top CM Punk, right? And he was there last year, and you could get in when the panel started. So that's why I'm confident. The one guy, though, we know who, if he shows up to this panel, he is the exclusive. If he shows up, you better forget it. I'm going to be out of all the monies and the dollars, sending people dollars, because if it's Big John Cena and he's there anyway,
he's there for Peacemaker. Yeah, I would not be shocked.
Yep. Let's say hi to my boy right here, GIJoe Now and Forever. We have another big most wanted GIJoe classified video coming soon. I think maybe tomorrow. I'm supposed to work on it and totally forgot, but I'll get to it tonight, I guess. Yeah, anyway, we got another video coming up with the next Joes coming in the line. So that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, this panel's dope, man. They have last year they crushed it. They had a lot of great exclusives, and I'm excited to see if they'll do a Demolition Ultimate Edition. They announced the Demolition Legends last year. We'll see. Do you have any predictions, maybe for WWE figures you'd like, or something you'd like to see them reveal? I'll go to you, Bobby.
Ooh, it's always weird. Like I want a Seth Rollins in one of his like crazy robes. I don't know which one, but I like that. I want an LA Knight.
Yeah.
It's infectious.
It really and I read a really good
Does it get any crazier than this, Bobby? Sorry.
Oh, true. I mean, fair.
That thing.
Night of Champions, man. This was I think this was Night of Champions when he was in over. This is insane. Look at this thing.
Yeah, it looks like the fucking neck of a Dilophosaurus. I've heard, and I've also with LA Knight, I've heard people saying like with Cody going to shoot freaking. What's up, KJ?
What up? Happy Friday,
Cody going,
my boy. What's up? Sorry, interrupting Bobby here.
With Cody going to film Street Fighter, like him and Roman, let LA Knight go for the belt. Like I want that.
It's a good choice to be in the panel though, LA Knight, because I think he's gotten to that point where he's popular enough and charismatic, and I think he would be a super chill guest. Because I think Cena's almost. I mean, they've had Undertaker and Cody, so Cena's not out of the realm of possibility, but he's a busy dude, man. I mean, he is going to be there.
He's going to be there already, but then females. Who was not Becky? Who is Becky feuding with? Becky, Bailey, and Lyra.
Yeah.
Oh, Lyra Valkyrie. They always want like an up and coming lady, I think. Like they had.
She was the first Intercontinental Women's Championship. So give us an ultimate.
That's
Lyra.
A good call. Lyra makes sense. Lyra and Cena. That's a good balance. Oh man. We're gonna say what's up.
Figures too. Those are the figures I want.
KJ was like Jason voice. I don't like collect WWE figures, but I noticed there's a lot of like first time in the lines that have not popped up yet. There's a lot of new faces that haven't gotten figures to their name, and I'm kind of like, when are those coming? Like a Stephanie Vacour figure will be awesome to be announced.
That's a good one. Yeah,
I think it's time for like Jordan Grace. She's been around. Like,
yes,
I like some Obafemi. I like. Wait, we already got Oba, didn't we?
Obafemi was announced last year, or WrestleMania.
That's right.
WrestleMania. Okay, I think. Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's just like a lot of first time in the lines that are missing, and I like to see the.
We got frozen. Is that me?
I
blame myself. Jason, you froze for a second, and I blame me.
I didn't freeze. Did I freeze? Okay,
you froze.
Oh man.
Es un poquito.
Anyway, I want to see more like first timers. I mean, we get a lot of, we all got the repeats. I want to see some first times.
Yeah. Well, who did they just sign to? Maybe any of you guys know. I'm trying to think who they just signed to Legends deal. Who would just sign to because that's usually what happens is they'll sign someone a Legends deal and
Dean.
Shit, I just saw that today.
Dean Malenko, no. Dean Malenko's still working for.
He got signed for. He got signed to Legends.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wild.
I saw that announced like I think like a week or two ago. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. KJ, you got anything? Have you been to the Mattel WWE panel before? And do you have any guests on the guests? And do you have a figure you'd like to see them reveal?
I'll be honest. When it comes to Mattel, I'm really curious about what they're going to do with the DC line. I got some DC stuff to show off later on. As far as WWE goes, anything goes, man. The Elites, they're fine figures. I'm all about Ultimate Edition. I'm all about.
Mhm.
I at this point, I
Right.
only collect Ultimate Edition from Mattel.
That's
when it
fair.
comes to
Yep.
WWE.
Yep. This
I've
guy
been-
said Sable was his boo. I guess this must be Brock Lesnar that's watching our
Yeah,
show.
he's talking about Rena Mero.
Better be careful talking about.
I'm flattered that Brock would join the show using an alias. Cool. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna announce even more Cenas because it's his last year, and he's in every wave. And he's,
Yeah.
I don't have it next to me, but I got an invisible Cena from the WWE shop. There was a quick like hour shock drop. Was able to grab a couple.
Hey, that
So-
recent signing, they had Mark Henry, Demolition, and Crush and Kamala.
There
who-
you go. You nailed it.
I'm kind of
Kamala and
glad about
Demolition.
Kamala.
Yep.
You know, we've all been keeping up on some of our
I need a Mark Henry.
favorite superstars from back in the day, and Kamala had one of the most valuable action figures back with the big rubber ones back in the day.
Mhm.
Like that sucker was sought after with the moons on the belly and everything.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah. Those were going for like 10 grand at some point, I thought.
Wow.
But I'm glad he got a Legends deal. He deserves it. I know
Yeah.
he's been in kind of dire straits over the years, so
Mhm.
you know,
right.
maybe not doing
Here's
so
a
well.
question.
But glad to see it.
Here's a question for any of you guys. Really, we're all DC people in here. I'll go to KJ though because he brought it up. Do you think there will be DC stuff, or is that most likely Toy Fair 26 and Comic Con 26?
If I were Mattel, I would wait until we had stuff tooled, painted. I mean, the packaging done. And it's like DCU is off to an incredibly strong start. There's going to be more animated shows. You're going to see stuff like Creature Commandos. You're going to see stuff on Max, probably elsewhere. It's a very exciting time. The Supergirl movie is looking very promising. Clayface looks promising.
Yep.
They said that they have projects that if that script wasn't done, they were going to scuttle it. Like they're doing quality.
Yeah.
All gas, no brakes to take it back to WWE.
They scuttled.
Yada yada yada. I mean,
Oh God!
You
damn
have
it,
to.
what did they scuttle? Sergeant Rock. They scuttled that.
Okay.
They didn't have the script. They said nope. Done.
They did what Marvel should have
Sergeant
done
Rock,
with Blade.
right.
But don't even announce Mahershala at Comic-Con until you have a damn script.
Yeah.
Do the script. Then you can. If Mahershala came to Feige was like, I got an idea for Blade, then that's the movie they make. Apparently, they were going to do some Deep South 1930s stuff. Half of that shit went to Coogler for Sinners.
Yep.
Mhm. I want to answer this. Did Mattel say when they're going to release Elite Demolition and Mr. Fuji? So these were revealed, was it WrestleMania or it wasn't Comic-Con last year. It was WrestleMania, I think. WrestleMania. I'm going to say it's WrestleMania, but maybe it was Comic-Con last year. I only collect 80s wrestlers. They have not really, they just showed the renders for those, but they are part of Elite Legends, I think. I know Mr. Fuji is, but I don't know if Demolition might be mainline or actually, now I think about it. Demolition might be like part of the Elite series, and Mr. Fuji might be part of Legends. I could be wrong. I don't have notes or anything, but I think they got to be announcing those soon. Maybe during Comic Con, they'll be part of the wave that hits next. Paul says hi. Hey, Paul.
Hey,
Paul
Paul.
Morales. Y'all are killing it with the likes.
Oh yeah, y'all be like 24. Hey, bring it on. How many viewers do y'all have right
I got like over 40 for a last minute stream. Is
for
not
an impromptu
too bad.
show?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I'm
not
gonna
too bad.
piggyback.
Half of what we got, but not too bad. Yep.
I want to piggyback off what KJ just said. I and even Gunn said, yeah, like what hurt Marvel hasn't a little bit was that we're going for more quantity over quality, which argue however that you will. Gunn has said, hey, I'm following Feige from phase 1. We are establishing the universe. If the scripts aren't good, gone. I think Mattel. I say Mattel does something, I don't know what. I think Mattel might have renders hopefully done of some, because when did it get announced that DC was taking over? I mean, Mattel was taking over DC.
Never was really announced.
It just
It
kind
was
of
never.
announced that McFarlane was losing the contract.
Wait, there was a press release. There was a press release. We did go over the press release.
Yeah,
It was months ago though. I
yeah,
mean, we just had it was an official press release for DC and they are working on it. I think digital renders is a good way to go, but they can't really release anything beyond that because they still have to have their business partners come in and see final product. Just knowing that as a former Toy Fair employee or whatever,
yeah.
I know that their Targets and Walmarts, Amazons have to visit their toy fair and see what they have and decide how many quantities, what they like, all that crazy business
Right.
talk. That has to happen before pre-order news comes out, unless they plan to sell all of it on Mattel Creations, and that's not going to happen. It's fucking
No.
Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. So we could get renders because they could say, "Hey, this is a not final product." Like digital renders can be changed anywhere. They
Hey,
could be a
Okay.
team.
Okay. So
Yep.
KJ just put it in in our chat. It's well, it was in February, February
Yeah, I know.
27th.
I looked it up too. So I'm going to buck all of you and say they might actually show something
all right.
like a model or something. They kind of did the Power Rangers Lightning Collection line. They showed a figure, and that was enough to kind of get the fire going. Which, I mean, we're right on the heels of Superman.
Yeah.
I want to see what Mattel does with this. I want to see what Mattel does with these.
6-inch scale. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
KJ bought himself. Good job, KJ.
I mean, I think it's time to hop back in the saddle. I think I have to do a comparison.
Oh,
I think it's time to do a comparison. So it's been 2.5 years since my last review. So I think it's time.
yeah, yeah. Real quick, Sin, thank you for the super chat. YouTube, yeah, they can suck, man. I agree. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Yeah, it does suck.
But I think Jason's right in the fact that, I mean, all Mattel has to do is just show, because they're gonna give us a Batman and a Superman figure right out the gate. Just present Batman, Superman, however they want to do it, right? Have a figure. It's not that difficult, right? And go, here's what to expect. They do that. They do world's finest at this con.
But wait, can they? McFarlane still has the license technically till sometime in 26. They
I
might
mean,
not be able.
Mattel did a Batmobile for the Batman while McFarlane had the license.
I will bet the first round when we hook up, they're gonna show us. Mattel's gonna show up with something. I bet the first round. I'm either buying or receiving. I'm all for that round.
Either way, I'm getting an old fashioned. Let's do this shit.
That's what's up. Appreciate it. Okay, cool.
I like
All right,
MTR's
so-
right. Start with the Trinity. Yeah, screw it.
Mhm.
Mattel, come out the gate firing.
Wonder Woman as well. All right, next panel. Let's see. Now I gotta go back. Let's see if this works. Okay. Is it working? I gotta go. I hate that I gotta hop back. Okay, cool. Toys, Tariffs, and Trade Wars. It's a panel at 12 o'clock at the Omni, in case you have a badge, but you're off site. 12 o'clock on a Thursday, and Action Figure Insider.
I would so go to this. God damn it, I hate myself. The poli sci guy in me, I'd have to go. I'd go.
All right, just real quick, just want to say who's in it. Daniel Pickett, Action Figure Insider, History Channel. He's from the History Channel too. Brian Flynn, of course, from Super 7. Jonathan Casey, Loyal Subjects. There's also a Loyal Subjects panel. We'll talk about that. And Blake Wright from Toy Collector Magazine. Thursday at noon. Look, I think I'm all tariffed out. We went over that. We had a full episode on that. I think it was like 4 hours. We talked about it all the time. I go to Comic-Con for good news. It's my playtime. I want
so
reveals.
maddening.
I want pre-orders. I don't want to sit there and worry about every figure getting charged up $2 and all that shit. So for me, I'm good with this, but it's a nice opportunity for people to dive into a deep discussion. If you watched ours already, we had so much of
I think
of
there's
this
a
already.
lot of good minds talking about this one. I would probably go to this if I was there.
Cool.
I'd love to hear Brian Flynn's thoughts, honestly.
And yeah, loyal subjects too, as well. So it's good to hear, not just from journalists like us, but to also hear from, people who are dealing with it firsthand.
Exactly.
All right, cool. What else we got? Next one. Da, 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 da. Why is this not working? So weird. I'm not used to this, guys. I'm used to doing the slides.
We believe in you.
All right, now, like Joe Hendry. Cool.
God,
There's
damn
a
it.
figure. There's a figure we need right there. Joe Hendry could be the freaking guest.
There you go.
All right, Robert Kirkman live. This is under toys, but I think only because he does 2 comics on toys, G.I. Joe and Transformers. He's about to be the new writer of Transformers. What is it? Starting with what number, Bobby? Is it 26?
24, 25?
24, 25. I
Well,
know they're doing a new story in 25, so that makes sense. So
let me see real quick. Yeah, because he also does Void Rivals too.
yes. Now is Void Rivals gonna have a new writer, or is he gonna be just doing both?
I mean, if you're writing, you can write a comic far faster than inking and drawing it and everything else. So you can do both. He's starting with 25, by the way.
He's 25. I think he'll be ready. I think he'll write both. I mean, look at how many comic books like Josh Williamson is on, Mark Waid is on.
yeah.
Like Mark Waid is writing damn near half the DC universe right now. Right?
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. And he's obviously killing it with G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Daniel Warren Johnson has had a hell of a run, and he personally said he's done. He never got booted off. They didn't make the change. He's like, he only wanted to do like a year, and then they kept him on for 2 years. So he did an amazing job. That last Transformers 22 is a hell of a book. Did you guys read it?
Not yet.
Oh, I've been keeping up with Transformers. Yeah.
I haven't read this past week's.
Okay.
But it's great.
So in this panel, I mean, it's Robert Kirkman. It's not, we're going to talk about the Energon panel. This is Thursday. They still have the Energon panel on Saturday.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll just get into that, segue it. But I think on Saturday is the one that they announced the anime. If that animated thing is true, I think I don't think this is the panel. I think this is more of a personal one guy just talking to the fans. And what do you guys think? You think we'll see any breaking news from Robert Kirkman? I don't think that this is usually the place for it, but you guys tell me.
I mean, dude, it's Kirkman. He's done a lot of contributions to this sphere and a lot of successes. So, yeah, you could have a panel with just Kirkman.
Oh, no, he usually does, but I'm saying, would he announce the animated series in there, or would they save it for, the Energon one?
Someone's going to ask.
Energon.
Someone's going to try to get it out of him, but I think you're right. They're going to save it, and he'll probably do that. Well, you'll have to tune into that panel then, or whatever.
Right. Exactly.
All right, and so here it is. Let's just jump ahead. We'll go back to Thursday, but since these kind of intertwine, we have the Energon Universe panel. A lot of people didn't know about this because it's not part of the official schedule. This was a press release that was sent out from Skybound today. Transformers and G.I. Joe All Out War. That sounds like a new event for the, a new, I don't know, it wouldn't be the summer, but probably a new event coming in the winter. So Transformers, G.I. Joe, Void Rivals, and it'll be Robert Kirkman, Daniel Warren Johnson will be there still, Joshua Williamson, Sean Makowitz, who's the publisher, and they reveal their plans for the Quintessent War, which is that Transformers story that Kirkman's going to jump on. The Dreadnought War. There you go. Okay, so that sounds like the next G.I. Joe story and more. But it doesn't promise anything about an animated series. Are you guys concerned? Do you think, what do you think about that rumor? Is it going to happen or what?
I think that they probably can't talk about it much because it's so early, but I would bet money. I would bet second round that someone will ask it, and Kirkman will say verbatim, "We're still working on it. However, this is what I can tell you." So I think that is going to be what we get.
KJ, what is the Dreadnought War?
It sounds like warring factions of dreadnoughts is what I would do. Is like if you had like Zanzibar carving up Nagahide, like something vicious, Thrasher running over other dreadnoughts, right? Somebody poisoned the grape soda. Like it can be vicious. It's like
So, and all in Dreadnought War, it's not Dreadnoughts versus somebody else.
That's what I would do. That's what I would do.
Oh,
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't call it the Dreadnought War. I would just call it business as usual for dreadnoughts.
Well, and I think it's
call.
also something to be mentioned. I don't think we've really seen the Dreadnoughts since the Cobra Commander miniseries.
Yeah.
From what, last year, 2 years ago? So yeah, there's a lot.
Mm-hmm. I want to say hi to some more folks joining us later. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Friday afternoon, 6:10. Yo, Joe Daddy, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Hi, all to Nolan. What's going on? What's happening? ATKM, Judge Dreads, nice to see you. We're just doing a last-minute impromptu stream, running through the Comic-Con schedule with some Comic-Con veterans for sure. And more animated show tease. Yeah, I think a tease. And then when you leave the panel, they have a poster or something. Or remember last year we had those comics that were going on eBay for like crazy money with the logos on them.
Oh yeah.
They all said, "Oh yeah." One. E. Worthy says it's like Arise Serpentor episode 2 when the Dreadnoks had a battle for the final member. There you go, KJ. Yeah, we're gonna get it to it, Eben. I know every time Eben, my guy Eben, and he's the greatest because he's hooking up the hotel and good hang at Comic Con. But 10 a.m. for the Joe. Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it. I'll save it. We'll get in the GIJoe in a sec. But yeah, man, every time you're in here, it's like classified. All right. All right. I think that's good for Energon stuff. Let's see what else we got next. Oh, I don't want to do that. All right. Yeah, actually, let's talk about. Oh yeah, we got Jada Toys. Jada Toys coming up. See, I'm not good at this browser thing. I'm better with the. Oh, here we go.
Properly prepared show and not just Avengers Assemble. I mean, I like Avengers Assemble. That was kind of cool, Like, yeah, I can make it.
Okay, what do we got here? Sorry about the delay here. Trying to work out the kinks. But there's no way I was doing slides the last one. Okay, is the show on TMNT, guys? Help me out because I'm not looking.
Yes.
All right, cool. TMNT Toys, July 24th, 1 o'clock. I was hoping Bobby could get there, but that's when you like land, right? Don't you like land at 1 or 2 o'clock?
I land at 8:30 at night.
Oh, 8:30 at night. Oh, you're like, man, you're out for Thursday.
Man,
I know.
That's enough time to land, get to your hotel, and go to bed. But all right, check it out. Paramount's going to show an exclusive reveal of upcoming Ninja Turtle products. Playmates, NECA, McFarlane Toys, and more. Expect surprises and giveaways that Bobby won't have. Cowabunga.
Wow, this Ninja Turtle license gets around.
Yep.
It really does.
Jason, any thoughts? Any thoughts on what TMNT here? It's like kind of a shared Ninja Turtle universe. So like you have a turtle and you have a turtle. It's not like McFarlane's turtles. It's everybody.
It's so weird that we're gonna see like all these manufacturers, all these companies doing one product. But it makes money. We show up and buy. Like, let's throw friggin' Mezco in there as well. They're making Ninja Turtle stuff.
I am curious to see how McFarlane does the turtles because turtles are already the turtle figures are already kind of hard and difficult to play with. When you add that with McFarlane, like they will be literally just statues. You won't be able to do anything with them. Maybe move their arms up and down, but I'm not excited.
How many people have the Ninja Turtle lights? We got Nez.
I do.
We got, of course, NECA, Playmates, Loyal
Skeptics. AJ has it.
Friggin' Mezco. Geez. How many people can make Ninja Turtles?
Mattel with Masters
Super
of the
7.
Universe. Hasbro,
Jesus.
Power Rangers.
Everybody's got a hand on it.
It'd be hard to name who's not making Ninja Turtles.
Exactly.
I think I joked around on the show one time and said, I think I have the license for Ninja Turtles. I just don't know it.
Everybody's talking about GIJoe. We'll get to that in one sec. Last one I want to show before we do that is Mondo. We do cover Mondo on the show, not a lot, but we've seen some really cool stuff over the years. Bobby, you got a comment on Mondo here? The panel is at 2. Again, you're not. It's something I'd expect you to be interested in, but you can't make it this year.
Honestly, if I can get an earlier flight, I'm still trying to see if I can or not. If I can, I would 100% go to this Mondo Toy Talk. I love, like, Mondo has made some amazing figures, and it had my Cyclops and my He-Man have made me question, should I just sell off all my Hasbro figures and just get Mondo?
Oh my goodness! What?
Indeed.
What?
Indeed. Yes, dude. Yeah. Yeah. It
If they didn't look so good, I'd call you a traitor.
dude, like, I've got them over right across from my desk right now, on my TV stand. Like, that's Cyclops shooting the optic blast. I was like, if I can get Lion-O and Batman, and if they do a Superman animated series,
It's kind of like when you saw your friends back in the day drop Legends and everything for like Hot Toys, you know?
like, how dare you? How dare you?
You gotta drop it because you gotta make room.
Then I get them.
Like,
Yeah,
I am 112 scale. Like, I plan out for 112, so I can't do. That's why I can't do McFarlane. And you know, that's 1 more inch. I can't do it. Heaven forbid I get into a Mondo figure, but damn, they look great.
But here's the thing, man. I got friends, they collect X06 Star Trek, but that's it. It's quality and that's it. I have friends who built the Eagle Moss Fan Home Enterprise D. It looks outstanding.
Yeah.
And that's it, with a few other premium items. And their collection is a fraction of mine.
Mhm.
They did it the right way. Like, this 112 stuff, it consumes you. It's like a Morton Joe. It takes a hold of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked up except because I had a slew of her. I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen with it, but I got that X-97 Rogue. I found her. I was like, okay, mine now.
That Mondo He-Man, I was questioning life, man.
Oh, when I opened it, I was like, I don't know if there's a god per se, but if there is,
It's a beautiful fig, man. You can't deny the quality and how it looks. The paint apps, it's amazing. And I know if I did it, y'all know me, I'm completionist. Once the ball starts rolling, I'm done.
When we were at PowerCon, when Trav, K-Wish, and I were at PowerCon, they had a Mondo, like a little Mondo booth, and they had the He-Man, Man-at-Arms, because they were the giveaway. Not the giveaway. The release was that She-Ra and Hordak, but the Battle Cat, I was like, do I need a kidney? I got one. Do I need the other one? Really?
I've heard you be fine.
Yeah, I'm like, I just won't drink as much. It's absolutely, like, that Man-at-Arms. Oof, that thing is that is legit. Holy
One
Christ.
thing, we haven't seen any Motu panels yet announced, but there's still Saturday panels that have to be announced. And last year there was a movie thing, and then we haven't had the movie yet, so I don't know what's the deal with that.
We've been getting a lot of leaks about the movie. You know, it might be time to, put a little kerosene on that fire.
The only thing I've heard from Hall H is Toxic Avenger, which I kind of want to watch, and then Peacemaker. That's really all that I've heard. I haven't heard.
Well, Amazon's going to roll out their stuff for Saturday. I think. So tomorrow we'll. And the reason we're doing the stream today is because Hasbro announced all their stuff. GIJoe announced it. We'll talk about GIJoe in one sec, I promise. We don't, maybe Mattel has more in store, but WWE's kind of their main thing. Maybe there might be that, but we kind of got all the toy panels. I can't see there being too many on Saturday. But all right, let's talk about GIJoe real quick. Let's get into GIJoe. People want to talk about GIJoe. All right, cool. Here we go. Okay. Jada Toys did a little 3 or 4 minute video this morning on it. Check that out if you can. Pushing collecting to the next level. So this is the first KJ, is this the first Jada Toys panel?
I had to imagine they must have done something in previous, like when they had the die cast and whatnot. But they've been moving up in the world. It's time for Comic-Con. It's time for them to play with the big boys.
I
Totally
don't
agree.
remember them ever having a panel.
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, the foot is in the door now.
Mm-hmm. Totally agreed. And I did say that it was their first ever panel, but I mean, since they've been making 112 action figures, I mean, they've always had die cast and other collectibles. So they may have had a panel, but I mean, as far as for us, this is their first panel. You know what I mean? For people who want, Street Fighter, Scooby-Doo, Mega Man, Cyberpunk, etc. So can't wait. Yep, go ahead.
It's just the playability of the Jita toys. It's like
Mm-hmm.
they don't have the shortcutting ethos that Hasbro and even Mattel did with DC Universe. And I think they're going whole hog. And what I wanted to ask you guys, like after we're done talking about what this panel could be, what would you want to see in a Jita Toys Mortal Kombat figure? Think about what McFarlane did. The McFarlane Mortal Kombat figures are ugly. I had a couple of them and I stopped. They're hideous. They feel bad in my hands. So what? And then Travis, damn it, I went over to his house. He gave me Ryu, and that was it. He was like, "Hey, check this out." I was like, "Damn it, this is why I don't come over to your house." Like he already had he had all his Storm collectible Mortal Kombat figures off to the side. Like Andy, like I don't need you anymore. Dropped them to the floor or whatever. And
well, it's a good thing you didn't come to my house last week for 4th of July or whatever, because they some Karen almost had the cops come and escort us out of the pool.
What?
So, yeah, we went to the other pool because there's a bunch of pools where I live, and the pool near us was taken over by a family, I'll say. And then so we're like, all right, let's go to the other pool. It's quiet, and we were very quiet, but some Karen wasn't having it, and it got reported back. Thankfully, I don't think I'll get evicted, but she was going to war with us. Bunch of hipsters at the pool being quiet, listening to Bill Weathers. But man, you have a poodle, you have glass bottles, and you have more than 4 people. It's a no in Karenville. It's
That's
the sky's
annoying.
falling, guys.
No.
Yeah.
no, I had to do like Sub-Zero and rip off their arms basically for that. Like, no, I'm kidding. Don't be violent towards people. Just leave. Just leave. Don't
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. Here we go. What do we get? Jada out of here. Everything playing with. Yeah. So this morning I said, look, because when we interviewed Spec and I, shout out to Toy Optics at WonderCon, we talked to him about Invincible, and he couldn't reveal it at WonderCon, but they had signed. Toy News International broke the news that several companies signed with Invincible, Skybound to present products for Invincible, and we're like, well, they could be die cast. That would just be, imagine going to a Jada panel in the last 5 minutes. They're like, all right, guys, everybody's ready. Is it Mortal Kombat? Is it Invincible? Is it Resident Evil? And it's Invincible diecast comps. That would just like be the biggest bummer of Comic-Con.
I'd walk out. I'd leave.
This man. Who this man?
I'd be like that gif where the lady picks up a purse and just kind of and just walks away.
I would be like Zoidberg when Fry got the Devil's Hand and he like made this beautiful orchestra opera and then he loses them and he goes back to like just playing and Zoidberg's like, you sound bad, so you should feel bad. I'd be like, you look bad.
I mean, they've been talking about, they teased the Mortal Kombat license, and I know everybody wants them to get it, but if you're having a panel, that'd be a good place to announce, hey, we've got the Mortal Kombat license, and we're going to do them better than McFarlane did.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think McFarlane still has
it's a long shot. You're right. It is.
Yeah, and I think they denied it. They flat out denied it. It was like not too many months ago. They were like, Warner Brothers is not loaning out that license right now.
Oh, that's fair too. It's WB.
Yeah.
They'll probably put it on Mattel or something.
Before we skate past Jada, though, Are you guys excited? Are you in for 112 Invincible? If that is what they do announce, I mean, it is Comic Con. It's based on a comic. We know they have the rights. We don't know if they have the rights to 112 figures because that legal paperwork could get weird. They could just make cars and collectibles. But do you think that's truly the place they do it? And if they do, are you in?
Yes.
Yes and yes.
I
I just
love
want
it.
after seeing what they've done with Street Fighter, if I can get a 112th Invincible, Adam Eve, and Omni Man, I'm yeah. And then you do like the rest of the heroes. Absolutely.
Who made those? Was it Diamond Select that
Diamond
made
Select.
those? I hated them. Hated them.
They were the only reason I have one of the little ones that they did for Diamond Select. The only reason I have Invincible is because Ryan Otley was selling them at his booth, and I was like, obviously I have to get this signed by Ryan Otley, and so I have it signed by Ryan Otley. Other than that, they were garbage. Garbage.
If they do announce it, I'm sorry, KJ. If they announce it, the exclusive needs to be a bloody beat the hell out of Invincible. Please.
So these are just from Jazzwares, and these are not good. If you just got to get everything Mortal Kombat, that's one thing. Storm Collectibles, theirs is more 8-inch scale. Their figures are bigger than McFarlane's at some points. But their Kentaro, their Goro, the Storm Collectible ones, they're amazing, but they're $100 a piece. Jazzwares was cheaper, but they look cheaper. Travis, I sent you the Entertainment Earth one. These look bad. Like, this is why we want Jada to get the license.
Ooh, that is rough to look at.
Look at the articulation. This is like back in the days, like, be glad we made y'all anything.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is like 1995. Like, oh, this is cool. They can go up to the sides. Now, yeah, I'm with you, KJ.
So we know Jada can do better than this based on their Street Fighter work. They made Tony the Tiger ill, dude.
Right?
It's going to be 2026. We're going to be like, look at this Sugar Bear action figure. Can't get enough of that golden crisp. Like, that's what Jada Toys is doing, man.
I even blame y'all for me buying Chester Cheetah.
You mean that one?
Yeah, that one. I've got it on my shelf over here. I never thought I'd buy a Chester Cheetah action figure. Jada just came in and stole that money from me.
Listen, man, the Scooby-Doo, I need Scooby-Doo now. I need the character Scooby-Doo. I need Scooby-Doo. I need their mystery machine. You know Jada's going to do it. It'll be their first 112 vehicle.
Yeah.
And
we'll get it.
Well, it's going to be Jada's, man, I'm telling you, their exclusives are good. I think they're great for Comic-Con exclusives. You can still get them on Jada Next Level. I don't think they'll sell out. Maybe the Mega Man Army Builders. I think they'll make 1 million of those. I don't think any of this. They might sell out at the con on preview night and then come back tomorrow, but stuff's not going to be hard to find. It's not going to be on eBay for $1 million. I think they're doing a great job. Now they have a panel, and now maybe Invincible, and maybe they have other stuff to announce. So they're just crushing it right now.
you know they're going to do wacky races.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to do wacky races with the characters, the cartoons, and they're going to do the vehicles. They're going to do Snidely Whiplash. They're going to do all the crazy vehicles and whatnot.
Damn.
112.
Take my money. Shit.
They're going to take all of our money. Don't let them do SWAT Cats. SWAT Cats had some ill-ass gear, man.
You need to kick KJ off the show right now. Because if anybody does SWAT Cats, bring KJ back. Don't do him like that.
Nah, he's gone. We'll see him in San Diego.
No.
We ain't gonna see him till San Diego.
Bring
He's
KJ
done.
back. Don't do it. I feel bad. I feel like
No.
Look, if somebody does SWAT Cats, I'm throwing money.
If they do SWAT Cats, I'll tell you what, Jason, I will make your wallet weep right now, okay? If they do SWAT Cats, Battletoads, or Pirates of Dark Water.
Pirates got just robbed, man.
100% got robbed.
We didn't even
Don't
get
do
the
Pirates.
show
That
fully.
hurts. They never finished Pirates.
No, they didn't.
No,
That hurts. So don't bother. Don't.
I'm still upset about Pirates of the Dark Water, man.
Same.
Okay, for real. I'm such a huge Captain Power fan that to this day, I made it a point never to watch the final episode of Captain Power, so it just lives on in my heart.
Oh.
I will never watch the last episode of Captain Power.
Please, no one do SWAT cats because I'm gonna buy them.
I love SWAT cats. Oh.
I love SWAT so fucking much.
We have been hearing about a resurgence of like the cartoon for years, and it just like I need it in my hand to believe it at this point. So,
I was actually looking at my phone trying to find this because I got a press release from GIJoe today, and there's still no prices. So they're pulling a cold slither. We don't have a price yet, so we'll see about that. As far as GIJoe is concerned, we have an interview locked in an hour after the panel. Hell to the yes, hour after the panel.
they've always been gracious with interviews. Those guys.
Yep.
I mean, since day one, you know, we got evil Ryu at the con, man. I love seeing their rise. If there's a company I would support out of anybody, it's GIJoe right now.
It's this one. Unlike Bobby Marvel, we interviewed them the year after COVID, and they felt bad for us, and they let us interview them, and then it was like,
read between the lines, people.
Unbelievable. All right, moving on to a couple other smaller panels just to show some love, because there's lots of toy panels at Comic-Con, not just the heavy hitters. Then we'll talk about Hasbro.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right. Well, we don't have Spec here. I don't know if he's going to Comic-Con yet, but we have storytelling through artistic toy photography for beginners and beyond. This is also on Thursday, 4 o'clock to 5 at the Omni. So the Omni is going to have a lot of panels, and a lot of them are toy panels. Deborah Hood is a doctor and editor-in-chief of Stand Magazine. She'll discuss toy action figures photography from a technical and artistic POV. So a lot of cool different stuff. And if you're into toy photography and you're going to Comic-Con, you don't want to deal with the actual Comic-Con, it's at the Omni. So go.
The only reason I would go to this is so I could pass off Spec's work as my own.
I like that.
I am.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bobby. Sorry.
You're gonna say, Jason?
No, you could probably see a couple of your favorite photographers at this one. It interests me. God, I hate them. Anyway, sorry.
Where? Okay, if you're looking at the convention center, where is the Omni? Is it
to the right?
Oh, is it to the right? Okay. I thought that was the Marriott.
Oh, you're right. No, the Marriott's like the fashion show. Yeah, the Omni's off to the left.
Omni's across the trolley street.
Okay. Across the trolley? I have to look at the map.
Isn't the Omni the one near the fish company where we get the fish tacos? That's like in all those like activations. It's near Hard Rock. It's kind of like Hard Rock's like at the end of that, and then there's like a hotel that's just before, and then that's when the street. I could be wrong. You're looking at a map.
Yep, I'm looking at it right now. Like goddamn, where is this? Okay.
Ryan wants to know: will Hasbro have a starting lineup panel this year? Yes, and it's all international soccer.
So I want to talk about starting lineup just for a quick second, because I love sports. I love all that stuff. Shout out to Pro Stars. Right? Now, McFarlane has action figures, and they're terrible. They're not even action figures. They're statues.
They're statues.
The arm moves. The head moves. That's it. They're not even action figures.
I keep them in the package. That's it.
Like, what the hell? So when it comes... Oh, go ahead, Jason.
Oh, no, I was just going to say Omni is next to Petco Park. It is across the street from the trolley. Okay. You're right.
Nailed it. Cool.
Yep.
So when they started starting lineup, it was super high price. It was like maybe 40, maybe $50. They did that price drop, but the damage had been done. LeBron didn't even have his tattoos. Mafex had the LeBron tattoos. Like, there's all... Anyway, I was finding starting lineup at Ross. I was finding it at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, $6. They fucked up. And if they want to do football figures, Bobby, who had that one football figure from like Alabama or something like that? Was it Diamond Select? There are not too many football figures out there, basically.
No, I know, but I know McFarlane did football figures.
Like hockey figures, soccer figures, World Cup. They fucked up because they were just.
I'm glad they fucked up because I don't got room for anything, and I would be so enthralled to get like, man, it'd be tough to pass up some good
Okay.
starting lineup sport figures, man.
Yeah, there's Collegiate Legends, which is they're bad, and then McFarlane. McFarlane does Collegiate.
Especially if they stayed with basketball, right? It doesn't all have to be Lakers. It's like it could have been, who's that dude? Anthony from the Timberwolves, the one who got our Lakers out, basically. Or
Anthony
Edwards.
Anthony Edwards, yeah. Shout out to ER. But the point is, they had all these sports stars, all these figs, basketball courts. They could have done all this stuff. It's all over now.
It's too much money for the license, and people are not going to pay the kind of prices they need to charge in order to make a profit because they got to pay Wilson basketball, got to pay the NBA Association, you just got to play the players. It's just too much paperwork, and they don't make any money on it. It's not worth it for Hasbro.
And this is on the heels of other failures like Overwatch, Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Hasbro's had a lot of the
Dungeons and
Dragons.
Fortnite, the Fortnite figs.
Fortnite, Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah.
Like and it sucks. Like I'm with you, KJ, because like I actually have all the Houston figures for McFarlane. Any Rockets, Astros, Texans, I've got them all. When he lost it, I didn't get Bregman or Altuve, which sucks. I have to go and find those garbage
Bregman
ones.
back in the lineup today, baby. Back off the DL.
Oh, good. I'm glad. But I got Jordan with McFarlane. I just keep them in the package because you pull them out, you can't do shit with them. The starting lineups when I bought who the Mavs player that went to the Lakers?
Luka.
I bought the Luka at Ollie's. I'm like, all right, let me see. Let me check it out. Like it was like $10. I'm like, if these had been priced properly, these would have sold out so quickly.
Mm-hmm. Like that really I just told you why they couldn't. They had to put $50 because of
I know because of all the licensing and all that. But then
yeah,
I do counter back with McFarlane has the same shit for cheaper. Like my Jordan was $30, and it's a big old figure. All the everything's on it. I mean, it's just the fact that McFarlane can do these figures at $30, and Hasbro has to do 50. Like,
you got to make the economics make sense, right? 3-inch figs, 12-inch figs, do statues. That's what McFarlane does. He doesn't fucking waste tooling on articulation. Fucking Blues Brothers has statues. The Hangover. Like,
well, look, they also laid off a bunch of people, so I think they're down on the manpower to make a bunch of different lines right now, and so they're probably just honing in on their prime properties.
Yeah. Hasbro, if they want to shortcut themselves to death, that's fine. It costs to do business. The cost of doing business and the cost of doing good business are very similar fucking costs.
Mm-hmm.
So you can either choose to do good business or put yourself out of business. That's your choice.
Great call. All right, a couple more panels before we get to GIJoe and everyone's waiting. Mold, resin making, 3D printing. We talk about that a lot on there. FX techniques. So learn all about that stuff at a panel. Room 11, 5 o'clock on Thursday. Man, there is a lot of different wide range of toy stuff. So even not just from toy companies revealing, but there's a whole 3D printing, like a school, a classroom you can go to here. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
And I know we have guys on the team interested in that stuff. We talked about a lot about that with Mark Von Cannon, obviously. Cool. Any comment on that, KJ? While I go find the other one.
I'll be honest with you, man. It's a lot right now.
Yeah.
It's there, dude. There are people doing amazing things with
Yeah.
3D printers in a garage these days.
It's true.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
all right, next one. Yep.
when it
Go ahead,
comes
sorry.
to the 3D stuff, I had to really slow it down because my gridiron collection is its own collection. It really is. It really is.
Oh yeah.
I got mechs. I got vehicles. I got a lot of stuff, and it's gonna get to the point where I can see myself collecting that, and not from Hasbro or Mattel or McFarlane.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
For sure.
That's really the future of collecting, where these businesses put themselves out of business because they were making bad product and they just have the license. And it's going to get to the point where people skip the license and they go for AWOC, they go for Operation Monster Force, they go for indies that are supported by the creativity of these 3D printers who are creating this stuff that can get injection molded or not. Or not. I can see someone skipping injection molding and saying, like, yeah, go here for accessories. Go to this place or that place.
Stanley brings up a great point. Thanks for joining us. He says all the movie studios bailed. Yeah, most of them have on Comic-Con. We talked. Bobby talked about that earlier. So more toy companies have. But yeah, there's more room for comics, toys, independent. You can have workshop panels now. There's more opportunity for smaller things.
This actually might be a Comic Con.
Yeah, but I'm really worried that like the Mattel booth, Jada Toys, Hasbro is going to be fucking chaos all weekend because there's no one in Hall H, no one in Ballroom. Like there'll be people in those rooms, but there's not that mad dash to line up for 5 hours for the Marvel panel and people are going to be hanging around Hasbro all day. So I think there's going to be way more traffic near toys.
I hate to spoil everything, but I mean, might be a good idea to maybe do a toy podcasters panel, or at least apply for one next year.
There is some stuff going on during the con like that, but next year would be great.
Get it in there now.
I have official panel hosting experience. What's up?
Maybe next year Travis Moody sit in front of a microphone with a bunch of other toy podcasters from A Toy Kind of Mood talking about the industry and whatnot. I'm just saying, I told June individuals right here in a stack of 4 that could probably do a panel like that. Just throwing that out there, brother.
Yes. I mean, look, before we get into that panel, and we have another special guest hanging in the wings here. Look, and speaking of the devil, actually, just bring him on because what happened there? He's gone. Oh, cool. I clicked. What happened? He's gone. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I deleted him by accident. I don't know. Man, why does StreamYard change their fucking format? It's screwing me up, Bobby.
Yeah, I've heard it's garbage.
It's a disaster. I think I would try to add somebody and it delete them. But anyway, look, I talked to June, and of course they're using an in-house marketing person. I think smart companies are like, we don't want to have some podcaster who's going to say some crazy shit or ask questions that we don't want to answer. So those in-house. But I was like, dude, if you don't have your Toy Migos man doing it, I'm your guy. I volunteered to be. I had panel experience from Joe Fest. Hey, the audio, that ain't my fault. That was the Joe Fest thing. Shout out to Ed Schumacher. He's the GOAT. But yeah, it'll be cool. Maybe next year we'll do a panel.
I'll bring the booth.
Yeah, that'd be fun. All right, let's see. Let's talk about this panel and hope our guest returns. I'll have to DM him while I show this on the screen. Okay, cool. I know we are going to get to, everyone wants to talk about GIJoe. We'll get there. The future of collecting, McFarlane Toys Digital is there. There's a bunch of different people. I'm not familiar with any of these names. Are you guys? It's about digital collecting.
I am familiar with Distillery only because of the comics they put out.
Yeah.
But I mean, McFarlane, the McFarlane Toys Digital, Distillery, VV Digital, we've got those at San Diego before, and then the Funko. The rest I am unfamiliar with.
Yep.
I apologize. I'm still waiting for issue number 2 of some Distillery books, so that's what happened.
Okay. Well, we got the right panel right at the right time. Let's see if this works.
Jay,
What's up, Jay?
What's going on, guys? How we doing?
The only thing we're missing is his theme song.
No, man. Danny Green's got a theme song. My theme song is kind of whatever. But how you guys doing?
What's up, Jay?
Good,
Good to
man. How
see
you
you again,
doing?
man.
Nah, brother. Not much, brother. Not much. Good to see all you guys, man. Seriously.
Too, man.
Hey, likewise, but we want a safe podcast today. Are you driving, sir?
I am driving. You guys are probably noticing that. You guys are gonna get the scoop on this. I'm actually in transition. So yeah, a lot of moving, a lot of like basically. Let me say this: you guys don't know how much of a collection you actually have until you try to move it. Because
Yeah.
Yep.
I
I
will
just learned
after
that.
the show. After the show, I'll share with you some pics of my, which again I did not realize I had. I knew I had a big collection. I did not know I had that much of a collection. It's just absolutely crazy. And I think my Rattler got delivered today to my old house. So now I got to track it down, figure out where the heck it is. So it's
Oh
now
no.
it's now in limbo. It is now it is now in FedEx limbo. So now I'm on the hunt, so to speak, for my for my Rattler.
Well,
But how you
better
guys
to
doing?
your
Ready for?
old. Well, I was gonna say better to your old house than no house, like many of us, right,
Yes,
Jason?
yes, 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 yes.
But yeah,
How
congrats on that.
is everybody ready for Comic Con? How things going? What are we talking about?
Good,
I'm
man,
ready.
but just be careful driving because that's tricky to do. We don't want you to. It's not my show, but I would just say be careful.
I'm all right, boys. I'm all right. Don't worry about me. I'm good.
All
All
right.
right, all right, yeah. No looking at the screen. Just listen like you're listening to a radio show. Or you're talking on the phone. I'm sure it's hands free on your car, right?
It is hands free. I was trying to get the picture going, but then I decided, you know what? Probably best if I concentrate on the road. So
Yeah. I'd agree with that. All right. Jedi Ben says, "Aren't we all on the hunt for the email notice?" I mean, most of us are. I've still not gotten any notice at all about the Rattler. Thank God I already reviewed those figures a couple weeks ago.
I'm
But
waiting
yeah,
for
no.
Hasbro to ship like 4 things to me right now, and I'm like, what are y'all
Yeah.
doing? Like, I need my Archangel, I need my Fantastic Four figures, I need my Rattler. What's going on, man?
Mhm.
logistics is a problem right now because so many problems with tariffs and this and that. You know, like there's just it's pure chaos right now. It's absolute pure chaos. So, not that I'm defending Hasbro or anything like that, but
I mean, my last HasLab showed up with no notice or what? It was the Omega Prime from Transformers. It just showed up on my porch. Nothing. Got no notice, no nothing. So I'm hoping that happens with my Rattler. I've heard it happen to a couple people like that, but damn, hook a brother up.
So actually, Jay, we got a great segue. You arrived right at the right time. We're going through the schedule at Comic-Con, and we're ready to talk about your panel. Flipor and the Champions of Neferity toy panel. Talk to. I don't even have to read this. Just talk to me about your hosting, your moderating. Talk about it.
I am moderating. This is our second panel this year, which is exciting. A lot of great things. You can actually watch the first panel on my live stream. I broadcasted it last year. It was such a lot of fun. It was on MJR Collector. It was such a lot of fun. Had a whole bunch of wonderful guests, and not to toot my own horn here or our own horn here, but if anybody's been following Hatter on my Instagram page, we possibly could have, perhaps, maybe, we don't know yet. We know, but there might be an actual Flipboard exclusive being sold at San Diego Comic Con. This may or may not be true. We don't know yet. Well, we know. We know. If you look at
Beautiful.
the last post, you'll know.
Okay. Yeah, we'll share
Um,
that at the end
yeah.
of the show. We'll show that off.
Yeah,
Yep.
the panel itself, we're going to be covering our plans for Wave Two for the line. Wave One has pretty much sold out everywhere. It's on its last restock at Big Bad Toy
Wow.
Store. Yeah, they basically have cleared out most of Toy Stalker's inventory because Toy Stalker was our distributor, and yeah, they pretty much sold out of everything. Toy Stalker is almost gone. He's only got a few more left. I think Nerd Zoic is on his second restock, and up here in Canada, we are slowly distributing the rest of Titan Toys stock as well. So it's been an extremely successful campaign. We are so grateful and thankful for everybody who backed the campaign, and we thank everybody for their patience because just like Black Angus said, sorry, not Black Angus, just like you guys said. Shipping has been absolutely horrid right now. So it's
Oh yeah.
just basically just terrible. Sorry, again, I'm not. I apologize, guys. I'm not looking at the screen, so I know I know somebody was talking, but I was like somebody said something. So,
Yeah, I think it was Jason. But yeah,
sorry,
no,
Jason.
you're
Yeah,
good,
No,
man.
ignore me.
No,
Go
my
ahead.
apologies. My apologies.
no, I appreciate that. How many Comic-Con panels have you? Because we were just talking about that before you jumped on, or maybe you heard if you're watching it. Jason and was like, "Hey, now that all the studios are kind of out and there's a lot of toy panels, maybe we could do one." And once I did the Joe Fest one last year, I was like, "That's a dream for next year." And then stuff just happened. We didn't get to follow through and kind of come to that reality. But how many have you hosted before at Comic-Con at San Diego?
Well, this will be my second time hosting. So the first one
Okay.
was, the first one was the Flipboard panel as well. I will be, thankfully, sorry, not thankfully, but huge shout out to Matt Hatter for allowing myself and my good friend Danny Green, he's giving us a small segment in the panel to discuss our newest Kickstarter project, El Dragoon, which is a lucha libre uh,
Ooh. Oh yeah, I remember that. I
comic
remember
book.
that. We talked about it.
Yeah, it's a comic book and action figure line. So
Sick.
we are very excited. And at the panel, I'll go ahead and like I said, give you guys a scoop. We will be showcasing our first drafts for the design for the action figure for El Dragoon. So you guys are the
Very
first
good.
ones to know that. That's actually not
Love,
even supposed to be
love
talked
to
about,
hear.
but
Ah,
love a toy kind of mood, love a toy kind of
Exclusive.
mood. So we want you guys to know.
Appreciate that, man. We love you too, Jay. Yeah, that's an exclusive. I'm a big. I mean, we all talked about wrestling earlier, WWE. We'll talk about AEW later. So we're big marks here. So that's something that's in our wheelhouse, and we'd love to take a look. There's a big lucha libre. There's been a big libre presence throughout wrestling all year. I mean, WWE bought
Yep.
Triple A, and then AEW just did a whole a weekend in Mexico City last weekend with CMLL, and we're seeing lots of Mystico, and all that, and Bandito, and all that in AEW. So now this is perfect. It's the most perfect timing that you could have. And shout out to Kevin Kleinrock over there, and Master Lucha. So yeah, there'll be a lot of stuff. Master Republic, sorry about that. Master Republic. There'll be a lot of lucha stuff going on at Comic Con as well, Jay.
Yeah, no, we're very excited. We actually uh, cross our fingers. Again, here's another scoop for Toy Kanamu. We may actually have a prototype. We don't can't 100% confirm that yet, but we might have something of a prototype for display. So we'll see how that goes. But we are very excited. And of course, we're extremely excited for Wave 2 of Flipboard and the Champions of the Faraday. Can't speak too much to what's going to be presented, unfortunately. But there's a lot. We have a lot of stuff. There's going to be a lot of giveaways. We're going to have for anybody who attended last year. We did a lot of trivia. We did a lot of lot of fun activities during the panel. And
Awesome.
Robin, sorry, go ahead.
No, I said awesome. That's all I
Yeah,
said.
yeah. So Ramen Toy will also be joining us, and he'll talk about the process of how things went and how it's been, and what the process for his wave two could look like, and yeah. So we're very excited about being at Comic Con and being able to present, and we're very humbled by it. And if you guys are interested in doing a panel, I'd love to uh, like I'd love to show you guys how we did it, and possibly help you guys get approved for the panel as well, because it's a
Awesome.
bit of a process, but it's actually really really simple. It's not too difficult. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that would be fantastic. I was going to ask you about Ace. Has he not left California? Because I know he was hanging out in LA and now he's at Comic-Con.
Yeah, uh, he was in California for a while. He was hanging around with a whole bunch of other folks. No, of course he went home.
Okay.
He did go home. A lot of projects that he's still working on. The Musk, as you've seen probably on the Mad Hatter's review, it's gigantic. He needs to shore that up. Get more of the details fixed. And of course, he's picking fights with anybody he can. I don't know. I don't understand what's going on, but he's doing whatever. Ace is doing what Ace is doing. He's doing his own thing. So
Yep, yep, and that's why we love him. Let's talk about. I'll tell you what. We're gonna go continue the schedule, and we'll keep you on until you get either close to your destination or at your destination, and then just let us know you got to sign off. All right.
yeah, brother. Well, I'll hop back on if I can. But yeah, let's keep talking. It's good.
All right, cool. Let's move along. And yeah, I know the Swamp Pound just dropped, but we'll get through that later. We gotta get through this Comic-Con schedule. It's been an hour and a half, and I was supposed to be the first one to review it, and I never got back to me, so I'm a little jaded about that fucking thing. So yeah. I'll keep it real, bro. I keep it real until I kind of mood. You make promises, you better keep them, bro. That's all I'm saying. And I love it. We'll get into the pictures in a little bit. All right, let's go to the panel. All right, retro 80s toys and talent. I'm gonna go to Bobby.
Oh,
Loyal subjects, mask,
damn
your favorite pricing of all of toys. You love the discounts that they're offering on mask. Talk to me about this panel. Thankfully you'll just miss this panel, so you can't go in there and destroy all the furniture and everything because it's at 7 to 8, and I think you land at 8.
Look, if I get in early, I might go make an ass out of myself. No, look, I mean, look, the fact that it's got a really nice panel, right? Jem's voice, the singer Rainbow Bright's voice. This is more of like a freaking K Wish panel, but who doesn't love? Dude, I loved my Popples. I actually still have one of them. My pet monster, my buddy, my brother had one of those. Mask. Um, it's not like I would ask. I'm like, hey, what the shit's up with the pricing? But I'd be like, hey, what happened, right? And granted, they'd be like, well, the tariffs, fine, I get it, but then don't release pricing beforehand. But I would like to see what they've got coming up. It'd be interesting to see. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'll just put it at that.
All
We'll see.
right, I'll go to Jason. Any comment on what Loyal Subjects is gonna do 7 to 8 on Thursday night?
I like your mass toys, but I have the original still, so I guess I'm good. I do like Loyal Subjects. I do like what they're doing. I just
Mhm.
I couldn't. I'm with Bobby. I couldn't justify the prices, considering I still have them.
Yeah.
So, and my
Mhm.
action features still work. I spent a lot of money in getting repro labels. I like what y'all are doing. Just I don't necessarily need to make room for those.
Right. That said, for the prices, Bobby and KJ, are you still? Oh, I know Bobby can't make the panel, but KJ, are you still interested in this panel? And do you want to have a chat with these guys too?
Mm.
I'm still thinking about it because last year I totally missed out on Deadpool and Wolverine. I was super late to the party, didn't get to watch the movie until after Comic-Con because I was there at San Diego and I couldn't. San Diego, when you're in there at the convention center and the Gaslamp Quarter and
It's
everything else,
chaos. It's madness.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this year I'm going to watch Fantastic Four First Steps. I'm watching that. And I'm watching it Thursday. So I don't think I'm going to get in until Friday morning.
I
Oh,
like
So I'm
your
okay.
hitting this.
Oh,
hopefulness.
I see. So you're actually not going to get to the convention until Friday. Okay.
It would have to really be something spectacular to make me skip Fantastic Four and get there Thursday, and this is not that.
KJ, I'm telling you, you're not going to be able to see it while you're there. All the nerds are in town, and they want to see it. So
He's seeing it in LA, then coming to San Diego.
Yeah.
then you're going to get in. But there, absolutely. I tried to go see Deadpool and Wolverine with the podcast crew. It ain't going to happen. So good luck to you though, if you try.
No, I'm seeing it here in LA, and then I'll go to San Diego. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, that's good enough. Maybe we can still conduct an interview with them based on just images and reveals we see. We'll have to see how scheduling is because there's a lot of toy stuff to talk about. Mega J, you do a lot of videos on Mask. Any thoughts on what they're going to do at the panel, and are you going to attend the Loyal Subjects panel at 7 on Thursday?
So, I mean, I would ideally I would like to, because I'd have to. Obviously, our panel is from 6 to 7, right, on Thursday.
Oh
Um,
yeah, that's right.
so yeah,
Oh,
so if I can run over there, I'm going to give it a go. We'll see how that goes, but it is what it is. All right, guys, I do have to hop off. Unfortunately, I'm literally just pulling up to my location. But thank you guys for having me. It's always a pleasure to be on a toy kind of mood. But I am excited about Mask. I am excited about what the loyal subjects are planning, and I hope to see something on the floor. That's really what I'm excited for.
Hey, even though you're in the car, we couldn't ask for better timing. You showed up right when we talked about your panel. So pretty awesome. And thanks for all the scoops, and we'll catch you in San Diego. Thanks again.
Take care, guys. I'll see you soon.
good
Go.
dude.
All right, bye.
But
Later, Jay. Great. That was real cool. Okay, and then we have a hot take. Mask is not overpriced considering it is licensed line done in detailed homage to the original line by a small company. It is more expensive than what the same would have been from Hasbro. Any takers on this comment?
Yeah.
Cable.
So I bought the bundle. I bought the whole damn thing.
Oh,
And I've been wanting Mask, so I'm getting Mask. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Me and Bobby, we talked about manifesting Indiana Jones action figures, and then we got the line, but not enough people bought the figures, so the line ended. We didn't get the big Nazi guy that you fight in Raiders. We didn't get a lot of cool stuff from Temple of Doom. Same guy, so they could have used the same tooling, right? The Mind Guard guy whose cloth gets caught in the thing, right?
Yep.
So if you don't support the lines, if you don't support the labels, the things you want, it could be starting lineup, it could be Overwatch, Fortnite, right? Fortnite is still killing it. Why don't they have an active action figure line? Jazzwares, Hasbro, right? Who screws that up? You screw it up if you're not listening to the fans, if you don't have fans in charge of the line. Classified could have gone completely different because there were other manufacturers who vied for a 6-inch Joe line, but it would have been generic. It would have been modern military. It wouldn't have been what Classified is now.
Yeah.
It would have been just some weird Miltech shit that just so happened to have G.I. Joe slapped on it, and it wouldn't have lasted as long as this. Yeah.
KJ, you bring up an excellent point, and it's making me honestly question my decision. I just want to tell you,
I'm not here to get you to spend money on these. I'm like Tupac. I'm not trying to turn y'all into alcoholics, right? Like,
I would like to get one
I
in
am.
hand though and see what they look like, or at least see a review of it, because I do have the original still.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a, no action features, but I still love Mask. So what you said, as a guy who supported the Overwatch, the Fortnite lines, and the Lightning Collection lines, and ultimately ended in disappointment, I see what you're saying.
Okay, let's do a hypothetical. Let's do Hasbro gets Ultraman. So they get like what Bandai is doing. Bandai is doing Ultraman, Superhuman, Samurai Cyber Squad, which was Gridman, the Hyper Agent, right? They're doing Super Sentai, Tokusatsu, right? Akira. They're doing Akira. They're doing Kaneda's Bike. They're doing all that, right? Tetsuo and whatnot. Nobody buys it. Nobody. Ninja Scroll. Nobody buys it. And then it's over. It's done.
Yep.
It's the community that keeps this stuff going. We're the ones who keep Joe. Yeah.
I agree with you. Make a very good point.
Yeah. So when it comes to like, if I want Bionic 6, I'm getting Bionic 6. If I want Captain Power fucking comes back with the Energizer booth and everything, I'm getting that. I'm getting the good guy jet. I'm getting the bad guy jet so they can shoot at each other. Mask is back. I got Mask. I don't know how long it'll last. I want Hurricane. We're not going to get Hurricane because no one's buying this fucking wave. It costs too much. It is what it is. But
and I preface this by saying everything Mr. Terrific said is spot on. Everything he said was spot on.
Mr. Terrific.
I love that. Thank you.
That is KJ's new nickname. He is now Mr. Terrific.
I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Like literally, I was watching the movie going, that's KJ. That is KJ.
Here and say, I don't need to help him, Mr. Terrific.
My only issue, right? Because I have been championing this since we pretty much started doing GIJoe. I'm like, okay, we didn't do GIJoe. GIJoe, where's Mask? Okay, we have Tracker now. Great. Where's Mask? And I agree in the fact that if we don't buy this, then it will go away and we'll never get it. We'll get it classified by in 2 to 3 years. My issue is that it seems they have weaponized our nostalgia. And it's like, if you want this, you want this, pay us. Okay, we'll pay. Oh, no. Those are 2021 prices. We're demanding 2020 prices. Oh, okay. Well, now we're 2025. These things cost. I can't afford that. Like if I was, and this is not a knock, if I was single in a 1-bedroom apartment or 2-bedroom, I have 2-bedroom because of my stuff. If I was single, you know what? Let's do this. But because Ashley and I are saving for a house, even though you wouldn't know by the way that I like someone's buy stuff. But we are saving for. We do want certain things. This is something where loyal subjects, and like I said before, this isn't Hasbro quality. This is loyal subjects quality. They need to take into consideration, okay, here. If I got a mat tracker that looked like this, fuck. Yeah, I'll do that all day, every day.
I don't think any figure is going to look like that. That's why he's ranked number 1 or 2 on everyone's list.
But here's the thing. Like this, top.
Can you please solo Bobby? This is why I wish I was still on your StreamYard account.
Look at look. If I get a mat tracker like this, right? Get that off. No, right? If I got mat tracker like this for the GIJoe price, okay, fine. If I got a mat tracker, with his Thunderhawk for 75, and here's and Chad, I was talking to Lance about this. My issue is also I got the Vamp and Clutch. It was what, 100 for the whole thing.
$100, okay. 99.
That is 1/12 scale with a ton of great stuff. And I'm like, okay, fine, 100, cool. Now that Thunderhawk, which is for 65, wait a minute, time out. For $30 more, I can get 1/12 scale.
Yeah.
You give me that Thunderhawk in 1/12 at 100?
And it's not even 118. No. That's the crazy thing. They're smaller.
I basically passed over Oz Striker for Mask. I didn't get Crankcase.
And then it does come down to what for Oz Striker and Vamp combined, right? Plus another vehicle or whatever you want to do. You get that whole way.
Or the Snowcat versus the Mask loadout.
Right. It was
we had that comparison.
I can swing that. KJ, just to prove a point.
Let's get him.
Done.
Can we show it again?
All right, man. Hey, so let me tell you really quick, and I'll let
Or you
Travis
can
go
always
next.
cancel.
And
It's
also,
PvP.
be
Yeah.
careful with
I
that.
mean, yeah, if I change my
I
mind.
don't want to show off your address. The thing is, I had the Rhino, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rhino shipping tax. I'm like, well, fuck it. I might as well get the whole bundle because, right? T-Bob and all that shit,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I went for.
So my thing is this. Oh no, Bobby, finish your point, and then I'll just say my thing.
Well, and
We're gonna get to
man,
GI Joe. So last thoughts on
yeah,
Mask,
Oh
and
yeah,
then we'll
yeah.
get. We gotta go.
Yeah.
We gotta go. So
But
let's.
I like
Yep.
this. Like this isn't, we're not. This isn't kids. We're not. If a kid, like, and this is where I was also is holding nostalgia hostage, right? Like a
Mhm.
kid who was like like my goddaughter, say she was into freaking action figures. She works at movie theater. She ain't getting paid, that much money at a movie theater. If you want if you want these lines to survive, you need to make them priced for kids. Yes, we will shell out. Yes, we will buy them. But if you want the line to survive, to keep going, to be
Agreed.
passed on,
Mhm.
then you have to make this affordable. Like KJ, like real quick, like, and we'll get into GIJoe in a second.
Yeah.
Right here. Like I got Superman, $30. Like this is cool. Not a $30 figure. I love it, except for the eyes look really weird. Great figure. Not $30. Some kid going, hey dad, can I have this and this? Whoa. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that one too.
No, this should have been 1999.
Oh yeah.
Kids, crypto. They're gonna want crypto. Why was this 35 plus shipping? You can't get this now. You go on eBay, it's 80, it's 90.
Wow.
Something
Crazy.
has to change.
And that's why, and when people like when Hasbro, and this is going to a whole other topic, but like when you look at like what these things cost, Hasbro, Mattel, well actually Mattel still doing pretty well, but Hasbro is killing themselves by pricing themselves out of children. It's stupid. All right, let's go to GIJoe. Let's do this.
Sorry, guys. We're already an hour and 45 minutes in. We haven't even gotten a Friday schedule yet. We just got to move on. Also, it is Friday night. Want to eat and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Your boy Derek's coming over. We're hanging out, man. I gotta do that.
Oh, nice.
All right, cool. Look, GI Joe Classified. The fucking panel is at 10 a.m. Last year, it was 5 p.m. on a Thursday. But you know why I think they're doing this is because we're getting the fucking Thunder Machine. You heard it right here first. If I'm wrong, oh well. The Thunder Machine is going to be revealed, and the only way they can have that out on the floor is to have the first panel of the day, right? So that way they can, because for them to try to grab all that stuff during the chaos of 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon like they did last year, and it's a Thunder Machine, that I don't think they're going to be able to just, hey guys, excuse me. They're going to have the ready to made order Thunder Machine. That's my wild guess. It's not really wild. That's my guess. And I think that's why we're getting the 10 a.m. Because as soon as you hit the floor, it's going to be there. While we're in the panel, it's going to be at the booth. So you can skip the panel. If you can't get in the panel, go to the booth. The Thunder Machine will be there. That's like, there's going to be people leaking the Thunder Machine while we're in the panel. That's my fucking prediction, man. People are going to be, it's not a leak, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to be in the panel, and they're going to not even get to we're going to talk about Cold Slither, and Thunder Machine's going to reveal, and people are going to be on Instagram showing real pictures while we're in the panel. That's that. I mean, that's what's going to happen.
Bold prediction there, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him.
I mean, it makes sense to go at 10 a.m. instead of 5 p.m. Why would they? And someone could say, well, Comic-Con International tells them what to do. And it is crazy that all the Hasbro panels are on one day. And none of them are in the same room. You would think, KJ, Jason, and Bobby, that we could go to G.I. Joe at 10 and get a bathroom pass and come back in the room, and it's Marvel Legends, 11:30 to 12:30. After that's done, get a bathroom pass, grab a hot dog and a soda, come back and sit there for Star Wars. At the end of that one, get a bathroom pass, come back, sit there for Transformers. But fuck no, we got all kind of different fucking rooms for each Hasbro thing. Do people who collect GI Joe also collect Marvel? Also collect Transformers? Also collect Star Wars? Yes, all of us. The show every week. Plus Baldy, Spectre, whatever. We all collect multiple lines. Our followers, hundreds every week, collect multiple lines, and you're making people leave GI Joe at 11 a.m. Go to Marvel Legends, and the line is gonna be capped all the way down the hall. And I love Hasbro, love GI Joe, and I cannot. I'm just saying, figuratively, I can't go to Marvel Legends now because you put it in a different fucking room. It's
So
a
look,
5
man, Comic-Con is all about Sophie's choices. You're gonna miss some shit. You're going to miss some shit.
You sick bastard. You compared it to Sophie. Sorry.
That's what this is.
What's wrong with you? Sorry. I'm sorry. You broke me.
I mean,
young people in the
he's not wrong.
and in the chat,
He's
don't know,
not.
Sophie's Choice was a TV movie
Dude.
that was about. Just Google Sophie's Choice if you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, don't Google Sophie's Choice.
Bobby,
you
bail me
sick
out.
man,
You gotta bail me out before you split.
I'm saying you're not wrong. Like, yes, it is in fact, like, you know, because we have these loyalties, we have these loves. Like, I love Classified, I love Marvel Legends. Who is getting the bullet? I don't know.
Divide and conquer. I'm sorry, it's going to be that way.
Marvel Legends, just look at the flowers. Turn around, Marvel Legends.
No,
Pretty Rabbit.
Flowers.
Pretty Rabbit.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know that reference, that's from Mice and Men. Pretty Rabbit. All right. So look, there you go, Cage. I bailed you out with another dark reference.
Just dark on a toy kind of mood.
It's a dark kind of mood. No, look, I'm. It's funny. Like I am, because when Trav called me earlier just to talk about the panels, I was like, oh, like what's the big deal? I looked at the time like, oh, this right one after the other. Hasbro was smart, and then he goes, look at the panel, look at the rooms, and I was like, what dumb bastard? Thought, you know what we'll do? We'll make these geeks run. We'll get these geeks in shape, okay? We'll make them run.
It's not about being in shape.
We're going to have heart attacks running
panels.
They're probably going to have heart attacks running from room to room because most of those guys, we've all been to Comic-Con. 10% of us can make
rooms aren't big enough for you to go when it starts and get in. They are all going to be, maybe Transformers won't be capped at 2 in the afternoon or 5 in the afternoon at that point. People are going to get dinner. They're going to be tired. Transformers, you can probably go in whenever you want. The other 3, you're not getting in if you go at the time.
And that's why when
they're different rooms.
When Trav pointed out that they're in different rooms, I'm like, what? Who? They're like, they were like, you know what? Choose. Like, I'm like, no, I can't choose. Like, you must choose. I'm like, no, I don't. Like, you've got, you know, your sidekick dangling from a rope. You've got the damsel in distress hanging from a rope. It's like, who dies, who lives? Like, don't want to choose, right? Like, it's ridiculous. I think it was a horrible decision to put him, like, have him back to back to back in different rooms. Like, no, there is no. You know, like last year when I met KJ, like we sat in for Marvel Legends, we sat in for GIJoe, like they were all back to back. It wasn't bad. Now,
when you went, so
a
couple years ago, okay,
yeah, like 2 years ago, it was back to back to back. I was like, okay, great, this is great. But now it was like, run, bitch. Do you want to see GIJoe and Marvel Legends and Transformers? Run. Like, look. I am not being hyperbolic here. I'm getting my cardio up at the gym right now because I know I'll be doing 6 to 7 miles each goddamn day I'm there. And on top of that, those stairs are steep.
Oh,
those stairs are steep.
My step count after Comic-Con is ridiculous. But also the fact that Hasbro would force somebody my size to plow through people that's on them, really.
Okay? That's why you have a friend like Jason. You make him the fullback. You get behind him and you just run. When
My
we
crew
did,
does that every time at a con. They're like, Jason, and like somebody grabs onto my belt and they're like, go. I feel like a sled dog, but
mush. No, look. When we did the interview,
Jason is the polar battle bear. There you
exactly.
go.
When we did the interviews with Marvel Legends and GIJoe, when I got back to the hotel, I loaded up all the footage on my computer while I downloaded. Steven was like, "Hey, dude, do you want to go? Put our feet in the hot tub?" I'm like, sure, because we were waiting for you and Travis to get off done with like Mattel and everything. I put my feet in the hot tub and I laid down on the concrete, and this is what my spine sounded like. Okay, my spine sounded like a deck of cards being shuffled because I'm carrying all that weight for 7 miles. For 7 miles, okay, my back was hurting, and my back was a deck of cards. I was like, oh yeah.
Look, so this is why it's going to be hard to get in because you got people like Eben Foster. That's my homie.
damn.
You got to line up at 7 a.m. So you're going to have a bunch of Joe hillbillies waiting at 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and I'm included in that group for this fucking panel at 10 a.m. Man, that's going to be whatever. This is Friday. Thursday night is the Cold Slither concert. You want us to have a good time at Cold Slither and then have to get up at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. to go line up for this panel? Jeez, G.I. Joe, what are you doing to us?
I mean, look, it's ridiculous. I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know why.
And then this makes it worse, Bobby, because people will go
100%
just to get this. Even if they don't care about the panel, they're going to want to get it and flip it.
You know what? Here's the thing. I am going to go to that G.I. Joe panel for the comic book. And I'll probably go to Skybound for the comic book. And the Transformers for the comic book. And I'll flip Transformers. I actually don't want to flip them. I'm like, I am one of those guys that likes to get these books and then lord them over people. Like, oh, you didn't get that? Oh, look what I have.
Bastard.
What a dick.
I'm a little bit of a dick. It's okay. My wife calls me that sometimes too. She's like, you're coming out being an asshole. I'm like, fair, yeah. I shouldn't be a jerk. I should not be a jerk, but sometimes I am.
All right. Look, we got 80 people joining us on a Friday afternoon.
Hey.
Right? That's an amazing accomplishment. Because we don't do last minute unannounced. I mean, we announced it like a half hour before, 10 minutes before. So thank you all. Just do us a favor and like, and shout out to Full Force. I'm sure everybody watched that interview. When they were done, they're hopping over here. So I can't wait to watch it. I'll catch it either tonight or tomorrow. Yes, we'll talk about the Swamp Hound. Here we go. They probably want to go to the Cold Slither concert. Is it the same day on Thursday? Yes. So that's probably why they don't have the panel on Thursday. But I think they didn't want to. I think that it makes sense for them to do the Cold Slither concert. Maybe you'll get revealed at the Cold Slither concert. A digital render in the back at the very end of the concert. They're singing and whatever. It's all synergy, man. You get the album, you get the shirt, you get the fucking comic book. We don't even have slides for that today, but comic books coming from Skybound Cold Slither. Yep. Why not the toy? Reveal the damn Cold War Machine.
No, it's going to be at the panel. It's going to be at the panel. You already stated it's going to be at the panel, so they can put it out on the floor and show.
I stated it. I'm throwing shit out there. Walmart Collector Con is Thursday and Friday. I don't know, dude. It's Classified, Night Force, Beachhead, and Quick Kick is one of those days. Who knows? But you'll have to get up at 6 a.m. for that shit too. So here we go. Toy Bounty Hunter. I'm thinking big. Comic-Con do Arctic Joe's, Iceberg. We talked about this the last 2 weeks. But yeah, I don't. Yep. But yeah, a lot Thunder Machine. I think it'd be Dreadnought and all that. So look, Bobby, I know you got to go soon. So do you have any before we let you go? We're still going to talk more. We're still going to talk Marvel Legends, John, Jazzwares. But we'll cut you out here. You have any predictions beyond the Thunder Machine? And you're telling me people in the chat are saying we should split up, and now you're telling me you're going to G.I. Joe, which leaves nobody for Marvel Legends, bro.
Look, I'll tell you what. I will go to Marvel Legends and cover it if I can get that G.I. Joe comic book. Just saying. Look, my predictions for G.I. Joe. I think
who's even saying they're doing a comic? That's just some guy in a chat room starting rumors. It's not official.
I'm just saying if there's
one. Not giving away anything.
Here's the thing. I think I am very curious, and this is why I will go to the Marvel Legend panel. I am curious to see what Marvel Legends does now that they've cut more of their staff. Ryan's gone, right? Ryan Ting is gone.
Right. Right.
And Dwight did say that whenever we got that Banshee, he was gone. So I'm like, oh, like I'm sure that was hyperbole, but what if it wasn't, right? What if this is his swan song? What we I know they're gonna show again, the Sentinel 97.
Mhm.
But now it's like, okay, well, are we gonna get what MCU stuff will we be getting? I know they always do deep cuts, but who? Like, will we get more Ultimate figures? Like, will we get Ultimate Cap, which they did a
Okay.
few years
All right.
back?
I'm gonna cut in real quick. I also want to say we are gonna go back to GI Joe, but I just wanted to get your shit in
Yeah.
about Marvel before you go. And I wanted to tell you we actually didn't get to cover it on the show because of GIJoe June. We were so busy with GIJoe June, but there were more leaks, and the leaks from Marvel Legends have been pretty much spot on, like 80%. And I'm not going to run through all of them because it's on Reddit. You can find it. But there
Yeah.
is Marvel Rivals
Look,
and Doomsday,
Oh.
like Punisher, Moon Knight, Spider-Man, and
Yeah.
then Walmart exclusive Punisher, War Machine Punisher, Daredevil, Bullseye, and Muse. So those are some of the highlights that I expect to see.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure they'll have like that 97 Sentinel in hand. I'm sure we'll be seeing that.
Ooh.
Mhm.
I you know what? I would like to see. I know I probably don't know if we will, but when they did the Marvel Legends the 20th anniversary, I would like more of those lines. I like that Magneto they did way back in the day. Like, redo some of those
I
old
like
toy
it.
business.
I like it. I
You
like
know?
the Toy Biz
Yeah, like
anniversary stuff. Yeah.
exactly. But look, I do have to go make dinner, so I have to bounce.
Cool.
But look, I'm gonna say this now. Next week I'm gonna try and do a show for JC reviewing Superman, and if anyone on this panel wants to jump on that and talk Superman, we can just fucking run this back again. Because that movie was amazing. Go watch it.
I'll have to see it again.
Yeah. But look, yes, we'll all be at San Diego minus Jason the X because he has adult things to do. He's got to be an adult. He's got to be a grown up. We don't have to be.
Yep.
So, we are talking towards there is no eating. There is no Dana only.
All right, look, we're not done. We're still gonna cover more. So,
I get it.
yeah. But yeah, peace out. Yep.
But yeah, there's. I wish I didn't have to because there's a lot in the Energon universe. I'm excited to see, especially with Transformers, GI Joe. Look, bold prediction, bold prediction.
Okay.
I'm gonna say at GI Joe, we get maybe a name reveal or a digital render of Matt Tracker.
Woo!
There we go. Why am I saying that? Because I'm gonna be out. Remember, before I leave, people remember, be nice to one another. And yes, we will see you in the tour aisle. I'm out. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
Later, brother.
Peace. 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 Peace.
All right, KJ, let's beat him up and take over the show.
No, that was a cool story about you were linebacking for Emily during.
Dude,
Comic-Con.
that was actually awesome. Yeah, because the booth was really weird last year, and she was trying to get through, and I basically said, "Would you like a hand to get through?" And she's like, "Please." And she hooked her arm, and I was like, I switched straight to the military voice. I was like, like you better move." And I kind of enthusiastically moved her through the crowd. She requested help. I was more than happy to provide it. So yeah. I tried not to embarrass myself, and I didn't knock anybody over.
Right, yeah.
So, but yeah, I got to help her get through the crowd a little bit. She was really trying. And if you've seen Emily, she's like 5'2" or something.
Sure.
She can barely see over people. So yeah, it was my pleasure to ask people to politely move out of the way as I got her through.
Nice.
But
very cool.
Anyway.
Let's dig into GI Joe. So on the panel, We talked about the Thunder Machine. We talked about Arctic figures, but I haven't really gotten your insight. I'll go to you, Jason. You're a guest today. What do you have for predictions? I think Jason brings up a good point that look, we got Tariff Con and 1027 event, Pulse Con, all this other stuff going on. So they can't release and reveal everything, but it is Comic Con. It's the biggest one. Go ahead, tell us about what you think we're going to see in this panel, bud.
I mean, we've got how many more characters that we can still go into in G.I. Joe? We need characters at this point. We've had the Awe Striker. We've got the Snowcat going right now, so we're not going to get a big HasLab reveal. I think the Thunder Machine, I mean, I would love a Thunder Machine. I think that's what they're betting on. And if it's anything like, the other vehicles we got, I think they could do that at an affordable level. What are we looking at maybe for like a Thunder Machine? $100? More?
I'm willing to,
considering the vamp.
If they put another $50 of accessories, paint apps, decaling, if they make that sucker look good, I'll do $150. Because a $100 Thunder Machine is going to be some Jazzware shit. It's going to be some Jack specific shit. They're going to cheap out on it.
And I'm with you. I don't feel like they can do it at the $100 price mark. Travis, what do you think?
Oh, I don't think so, buddy. It's not going to work that way.
I'm saying, yeah, KJ said 100, 150. So Ryan in the chat, 125, 150 for the Thunder Machine. I mean, and I would
say a lot going on. It's two vehicles smashed together.
And also, you want
I think this is accurate because it's going to come with Thrasher as well. So it might be, where do we get 100 total? So it could be like $129.99, I think.
Yeah, because Awe Striker comes with crankcase and the Vamp and Stingers each come with figures.
Right. But it's bigger.
Yeah, that's the part. Yeah, it's longer.
That's what I'm saying. It comes with a figure, but it's also a bigger vehicle. So I think another $30.
I mean, they've done pretty good with giving us vehicles at a decent price point with like the Vamp and the what is the Cobra version of it? I forget.
Stinger.
The Stinger, right. But you also have like third-party companies coming out with fangs right now. And we've seen a couple of things teased. We definitely need some more vehicles. I see a fang coming out during this panel.
Considering Eagle. Good. Go ahead.
No, considering they put out a cease and desist for the company that's making the third-party fang, I see them probably dropping the fang this time around.
They're missing out on a whole world of play because they're being so timid about things, or they want to stretch this out. And if they're stretching it out, they're waiting too long. People will keep buying fangs. They'll keep buying Skyhawks. They're going to buy the Polar Battle Bear to go with the Snowcat. I would have bought a Cobra Hiss 3 with Rip It by now, man.
And you mentioned Skyhawk. I could see them coming out with a Skyhawk, considering you got to look at who they're hitting up with cease and desist. And Vans Hobby got hit with one. They had to actually change their whole design. So yeah. I'd like to see a Shark. Honestly, I think a Shark could come in maybe about 80, 60, maybe around that price range. That was one of my favorite vehicles. So I'd love to see a Shark.
And they'll probably do it with Deep Six as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one wants Deep Six by himself, even though we would buy it as completionists. But yeah, I love the Shark. That was one of my favorite vehicles. So I'm hoping for that.
People keep shitting on the Rise of Cobra 2009 movie, and I just give them props for having their final battle be with sharks, man. Like, even though they were like, sharks in name only, but it was still pretty cool, right?
But I think they've been trying to like expand the line as well. I know Bobby was bringing up the 6-inch Matt Tracker, but what about getting into some of the other G.I. Joe properties like Renegades? Renegades was very well loved when it was out there,
A lot of what Classified Series is doing is they have to keep reintroducing the characters. They have to do better than the 375 line. So that, so that people get excited and stay excited about the figures.
Could you imagine if they actually dropped like a Sigma 6 version of a G.I. Joe?
They're missing out. Sigma 6 had amazing vehicles. Resolute.
think
I still want the
they have
Resolute
to
books.
they have to hit on Energon before they go backwards because I think it's a hot. They
You're
actually have
right.
a comic book that is GIJoe comic, and for a long time it was with IDW, and Larry Hama did a great job, but it wasn't at this level. Skybound. We're talking about the guy who made Walking Dead, the guy who made Invincible, and he's got his own panel at Comic Con that fills the room. He's got an Energon panel where they might announce an animated series, and you don't take advantage of that. And everybody, like shows like us, other shows have been, asking about Energon looks. Like, look when Mercer came out. People were pissed because he's small, even though it's accurate. We don't have to dive into Mercer. We've done it a million times. But I'm just saying, as an example, he's small and people are pissed off. They had to have seen this. And there's a craving for Energon, especially Good Girl Baroness. Look at how great Baroness
I think it's too
reception
early
was.
still, though.
I know it takes a year, but they have to at least get the name only out there and like let us know you're working on it. That's the whole point of this name only to render to pre-order to whatever the whole steps that they're doing. Just name it's Comic-Con, right? If they announce an animated series for Energon and their Energon panel, why can't you name that you're doing figures? Even if they take a
And don't
year,
get me
just tell
wrong.
us you're working.
They're going to be banking on that Energon series because Paramount announced that they don't want to pursue another Transformers movie. This gets G.I. Joe and Transformers out under more eyes. So I agree with you. It would be great to see some name-only reveals. I do feel it's a little early, but honestly, there's a lot riding on it. So I can agree with you a little bit on
But
it.
in a way, I would do like you don't have to do what we talked about on the show. We don't have to go deep dive into Energon. We had a whole show on this a few weeks ago. But what I'm saying is you don't do like the wave. You do a couple 2-packs or you do one figure in the line. And then if those sell well and you say, hey, we can sell decos of classified figures that have comic book decos, we can go back to animated series like Renegades and we could do, go even deeper. I just wouldn't, I don't know if I would go deep back when you have the Energon laying there being begged to be rendered up.
I'm not going to deny any Transformers G.I. Joe product. So I'm not against you on it. I want it.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it though. It'd be a big announcement.
Well, you're right. It does take time. So it
Yeah.
could be it would be a name only. I don't think we're going to get digital renders of Energon. And then, yes, this is a good point. We're going to see the Desert Scorpion and the Defense Post because those are the whenever you got a name only last time, the next time you get the digital render. You know what I mean? So Chaz said this panel, what up, Chaz? This panel better be good after that sad Joe June. Well, they had a good, they had the good HasLab stuff, even though there's some controversy with both. And a lot of people haven't gotten their Rattlers. You and I, Jason, haven't gotten it. And then Snowcat is not funded. So despite us being so high in the last 2 weeks of Yojo June, hasn't exactly worked out. So I think they have to see that and really bring it for Comic-Con regardless of how many more events are on the year. They have to put their balls to the wall on this thing. I think to make up for some of the shit from Yojo June that was kind of lackluster, right?
I don't think they can deny that Yojo June was lackluster to say the least. So y'all better come with it. Maybe they were saving things for San Diego Comic-Con announcements, but
that's what I'm thinking too.
Maybe don't do Yojo June then. Save it for the big show.
Yeah, I mean, I think they did enough at Yojo June to still have it be worthy of doing. All right. Swamp Hound, here we go.
Oh, Lord Gridiron.
Go. Okay, here we go. Let me get the full screen.
Wait, if you want, I also have the pictures so we can big size them.
All right, cool. Let's see what we got. You got the pictures. Let's see if this works.
Because if you open it, you have to open them in new tabs. Hold on. Let me do the share screen, dude.
All right.
Gridiron just steadily coming for our money, I tell you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And well worth it. I mean,
Okay, I got to share.
Did any of y'all get this one? KJ, did you get the Swamp Hound?
I got the Hound. I didn't get the Swamp Hound. Like I said,
Okay.
like a lot of what I would have done, mask, took up. I got the Mezco Rumbler, so I had to get choosy, dude.
Oh, you got the Mezco Rumbler too,
I got
huh?
the Mezco Rumbler.
I'm on the fence. I don't know if I want another big SUV style vehicle because I did kind of buy one from another manufacturer a little while ago.
The thing is this. This is what I mean about being choosy and what you're going to do. Like with Mezco Rumbler, I have Mezco Joes. I have Mezco figures. I have a lot of Mezco gear. So sometimes I have gridiron vehicles. So I have stuff that's spoken for. Iron Grenadier. I showed off my Iron Grenadier Destro on the last episode we did. So if Gridiron does an Iron Grenadier Phalanx that's trimmed out with red and gold over a black Shadow Phalanx, I'm probably gonna get that and just have an Iron Grenadier army. For people who are all about dreadnoughts and they love that Mad Maxian, this shit looks sick as fuck.
Damn, that thing looks amazing.
This looks fucking sick.
Just disgustingly great.
This is great. Hard, Travis. Point is,
I like the close-up shots, man. Look at that detail.
Look at the detail, right? So people who get this, they won't be disappointed. They wanted that dreadnought love. Look at the weathering on this. This is the kind of stuff that you do with old school model kits, right? Look at the
I know that
PNAPs.
$200 will scare people away, but when you really start like looking at it like Travis's right here, good God, it's you see what you're getting.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm listening.
So imagine this with the bloody brick. You can still get the bloody brick from Gridiron, I think. Like bloody weapons, bloody chainsaws, them running over Joes, them knocking over the Striker. You can like have blowtorch, set it on fire.
Oh yeah.
So you gotta be choosy, man.
Jeez,
like
man.
if I didn't get the mask bundle, I probably would have gotten this and then have a second hound. Like I said, I'm probably going to get a gridiron. I'm probably going to get a gridiron phalanx, but that's like $400. I just don't have to spend that $400 right now because I'm like all in on everything Iron Grenadier.
I don't think they charged for the mask set yet, did they?
Not yet, but they will soon.
Oh,
so
okay.
You got to get your budget.
Pay that today. Okay.
But look at it's going to be great.
All right.
Couple more.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I've kind of laid off a lot of the big vehicles because we have a lack of room. I mean, behind me, my shelf is pretty much full. The Cobra Rattler's going to come in and take so much space. Then we got the Snowcat. But this, when he revealed it on our show, or, he had kind of teased it before he did the show with us a few weeks ago. I'm all about it because even if they announce the Thunder Machine, it's still not enough for all the Dreadnoughts. I mean, we're still going to get more Dreadnoughts. So I think having this with the Thunder Machine with a couple bikes is like a great display for the Dreadnought. So I think this complements the Thunder Machine and, the Marvel McFarlane motorcycles that we have in the meantime. I mean, who knows if we'll get any GIJoe cycles. This would be the show to reveal that too, right? Hey, what if you do a Thunder Machine with a motorcycle? We're for 150.
I think that would drive the price up. Just give me the Thunder Machine.
I know. I'm just throwing shit out there. So, but yeah, this is dope. This is the one I want because it's not, like the APC. I already got the Stinger with the APC attachment, so I don't really need the full phalanx. But for the space I have, this could work. And it's different enough. It's Mad Maxian. It's got a lot of versatility. So this
that's a blood and chrome. I see what Mark was going for. He was going for the black and white Mad Max.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which you haven't seen, check that out. And the black and white Furiosa too.
I'd love for my Rattler to come in so I can gauge space right now on buying other large items.
Oh yeah.
$200.
I mean, it's for what they're putting out, yeah, I'd pay $200 for that easily.
Yeah, great quality. And I can get it. I mean, with all the vehicles where we get the Rumbler that's still out on pre-order, like there's just a lot of stuff to spend money on, but I think this will do good. I think they'll do a nice job with it. And it's made to order, man. So they're doing good. Okay, cool. So that's that. Hopefully I can buy it and get my hands on it and do a review. We'll see what happens. All right. A couple of things. We're gonna do a speed round now so we can get out of here. It's Friday afternoon. Let's do a speed round. We already talked about Marvel with Bobby, but it's a big panel. They had a nice panel 2 years ago. I thought last year they crushed it with the Sentinel 97, Dragon Man. They gave us 2 open pre-orders, right? Pretty much in one. We talked about the Thunder Machine in that open pre-order model. What could Marvel Legends do with that? There were a lot of leaks, but none of them were about big things. They seemed to be successful, the Dragon Man and Sentinel 97. Do you think they'll skip the year, or do you think we'll have another big open pre-order? We also are getting Gargantos. He's not open pre-order, but he was a $70 toy that's
Yeah,
mainline.
that's a
So
big fig. So, I mean, it's doing a lot. So, I'm okay with that price point. But I would like to see them do another HasLab. Let's get another HasLab out there.
Yeah.
We've gotten Dragon Man and the Sentinel were just a straight up, hey, give us your money and we'll get it. There was no campaign. So I would like to see something new with the HasLab. Maybe a large vehicle. Maybe it seems to work with GIJoe, Blackbird, Quinjet. What are we thinking here?
I think after Engine of Vengeance failed, they're just scared of doing it.
Engine of Vengeance deserved to fail, even though I backed that one and I really wanted it. But for the value, I think it kind of needed to fail. But I think bigger scale, maybe we could see something. What else could they possibly do for a HasLab? Because I think they need to some sort of HasLab.
I don't know what people want. Do people want a comic book Quinjet?
I don't think they're willing to take the risk on it with the last failure. And Dragon Man and Sentinel did fine, just people ponying up the money. So
can Fin Fang Foom be an open pre-order and not a HasLab?
No. Fin Fang Foom will be a HasLab and people would buy it. Because the Marvel Legends version of that they already released goes for big money online. I actually sold mine in hopes that they would do a Fin Fang Foom in HasLab. I think a HasLab of Fin Fang Foom will be a success, no doubt. Like, I have confidence. I would throw up the money immediately for that. And people are asking for it. People want it. So you got to get 2 Hulk waves to get the Fin Fang Foom that they released previously. You know?
Real Figure says it's a modern grail. So, yeah. There you go. He's backing you up.
I took a risk selling mine because I thought that they would do it. And then, Engine of Vengeance failed, and they haven't announced a HasLab since for Marvel Legends.
Brood Queen Hive playset.
Nah. Playsets ain't going to get there.
I don't know if MCU would be part of the HasLab. I know some people are saying Galactus, Fantastic Car.
They're not going to do an MCU Galactus. They did a Galactus. It was successful. It ain't going to happen. I don't even see a Fantastic Car becoming a HasLab. I think you could actually release a Fantastic Car in that design from the movie, and it would sell.
Do you think that would be the open pre-order? Sorry, maybe. KJ.
The Bratz car. It wouldn't have to be bigger than the Bratz car, and that was $40.
Comics Watcher might be feasible, made to order. There you go. A Watcher. No.
I think you could get a Watcher in without a HasLab.
Without an open pre-order?
Maybe an open pre-order.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think they stick with that model because it seems that we don't have the sale numbers, but it feels based on feedback and their spirit, engine to spirit. It feels like they're happier about the way those went. Because even Giant Man didn't even fund all the tiers. Did
they miss a tier?
Scroll face plates never got. They were like 200 away from that too, and they couldn't give it. It was like 100 away actually. Couldn't even give it to us.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of confidence in Hasbro.
Yeah.
Marvel Legends HasLabs right now. I think Fin Fang Foom would help bring some of that back.
Oh, this is a good guess because if you think about it, we got the Sentinel as a HasLab. So the 97 Sentinel was open pre-order. Could you do the MCU Galactus as the open pre-order to kind of capitalize on that weekend? Fantastic Four is coming out. Marvel Legends, Fantastic Four. People seem to be happy with the figures. I didn't get them, but like the MCU, I'll get them eventually maybe. But the MCU figures seem to be regarded pretty well overall. So
Did we ever see how many units sold of the 97 Sentinel and Dragon Man?
Let me check Brian Brink's HasLab charts.
Did they? But I don't think we
it
ever
wouldn't
got
be under that, would it? Because it's open pre-order.
Yeah, I think they just they said this was enough money, we're going to make it, but there was no set amount that it had to get to. I'd love to see how many Dragon Man numbers there were because he was highly sought after. I had that figure in hand back in the day and didn't buy it, and still regret it to this day.
Here's another good suggestion because they did so much with the Gamerverse, and we're still waiting on those pre-orders. Most of us, anyway. That Apocalypse, and from those games would be like a bigger one would be cool. I don't think that would be an open pre-order though. I just feel like he would just be a regular, because they have Garganos. He would be bigger than
I don't think they would
Apocalypse.
take the risk on Gamerverse on a large
Gamerverse open pre-order. Yeah, it's too niche. Cool. All right, what else we got? That's Marvel.
I think our best bet is Fin Fang Foom, and I'll give them money for that quickly.
Cool. All right, we're gonna speed through some of this, and when you're ready you're showing some, KJ, or you're just looking up the stats?
Just saying the X-Men 97 made to order is still doing like 300 on eBay right now, which is not horrible. It's doubled the price.
Yeah, but I wonder how many units actually sold of it.
I think they just sold out. But yeah, I mean, think about it. Their most successful HasLab, 27,000, 30,000. So probably that. The collector community is not a big community, dude.
So those never sold out because they're open pre-orders till a certain date. They had 45 days and then it ends. That's the whole point of the model. They don't sell out. They sell out when the day ends. That's why they're on eBay, because people that didn't have the money or were too lazy or whatever for 45 days are now going to have to pay the piper.
I can't wait to see what the aftermarket prices are going to be on the Dragon Man, because it looks really good. What we're getting at in August, I know I put my money up for it. So
yep, I got it too.
Once that drops, that's why I really would like to know what the numbers are and how many actually were bought, because you get a better idea. Because if it's lower than in HasLab, man, those aftermarket prices are going to be just as ridiculous like for the original Dragon Man. So
cool. Yeah, and Todd says 97 Blackbird. That could be one too.
Yeah,
not a bad idea. There's supposed to be more X-Men 97 figures coming, like Havoc and stuff soon. All right, next panel. We got to fly through these. We already talked a ton about McFarlane last week. We're not going to really get into it, but he has a panel Friday at 1 o'clock. I'll be there on Wednesday at 1 o'clock on Wednesday to see some of the reveals at his event that we talked about on Wednesday. So it says there'll be the latest and greatest, Marvel, Spawn, DC Multiverse. Any comments on this before we move on? I'll go to you, KJ.
I'm excited for it. His panel at WonderCon was very delightful. It'll be interesting to see him move on from DC. I mean, he has so many other things he can make statues and figures out of, as far as games, more adult properties. That seems to be his bag. Like, I feel like some people keep themselves where they're at. So if he wasn't ready for the big leagues, then he ushered himself out of there. But it's still going to be fun to see what he has planned next.
Yep, looking forward to hitting his rooftop and seeing what he's got. Jason?
I will admit I had to eat my words on that Medieval Spawn Kickstarter he did. That was a really good figure. So when Todd brings it, he brings it. So yeah, excited. And also the ultimate, there's a Spawn movie coming panel. I'm pretty sure he'll throw that in there at some point.
Yep. There's also Todd has his own panel as well that's separate. Okay, next up we've got more Hasbro, Star Wars. They've had a great year, I think. Overall,
Yes.
a lot of new stuff. For a couple years, and it was like Mando repaints, a million Darth Vaders, and I think we've gotten through that, and now we're starting to get some really good stuff. I mean, what was the the Mustafar set is arguably the best Comic Con exclusive. I mean, Cold Slither's great and all, but I think they did a great job with Mustafar. It is pricey, 110 for 2 figures and a stand. We talked about that on Wednesday too. Are you guys trying to grab that set? And then are you what do you say we get from Star Wars at Comic Con?
I kind of do want the Mustafar set. It looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm willing to spend the money. But the next vintage collection HasLab will get announced. I'm just curious what it's going to be, because
So no more
collections have been pretty successful.
Yeah, the vintage collection ones, but no more Black Series, right? Because they failed 2 in a row or
I
3 in a
don't
row.
think Black Series is good. Vintage collection is where the money is at. So we'll get the next announcement of that. I just wonder what it'll be this time around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. KJ, any thoughts on Star Wars?
Yeah, shout out to Chaz the Guru. Shout out to TVC. Fight for TVC. Save TVC. This is exactly what I was talking about. Collectors had to band together to put their money where their mouth was to keep getting 375. This 375 Star Wars line invented what we know as modern day action figure collecting. You can take it back to GIJoe in the 60s, Kung Fu Grip, Big Jim and whatnot. But without Star Wars, you don't get the classic scale that you get with GIJoe. You don't get those vehicles. You don't get that playset. You don't get the perfect scale to build your world when we were kids, right? And even though we've all grown up and we all have families, we have adult pursuits and everything else, it always stayed with Star Wars. There's something about Star Wars that you get to make your own version of that universe, right? Like George Lucas is going to be at San Diego for the first time.
Yep. Yep, for sure.
And it's gonna be a good panel. Are we gonna get pod racers? I don't know. Are we gonna get any number of characters and aliens we haven't gotten before? Are we gonna get playset HasLabs? They've done well before. I don't know. It's gone on for a long time. Star Wars collectors are kind of like their own thing, the same way that GIJoe collectors are their own thing. I'm curious to see what they have next. And I think we just have to have less space for angry fans. Because if you don't like what's going on with that property, if you don't like what's going on with Superman, if you don't like what's going on with Ironheart or the Star Wars shows, you can go elsewhere because that stuff's not good for the community. And what those fans are doing aren't good for the community. And they know that. They don't care. They just need something to ruin because it makes them feel powerful. We need to see what Star Wars collecting is going to look like for the 50th anniversary. We need to see what it's going to look like beyond. So this is going to be a very important year for Star Wars at Comic-Con.
Agreed.
Shadows of the Empire and Black Series. They haven't really gotten into that in TVC just yet, have they?
No.
Okay.
So Dash Render, and then help me out with the other character. He actually went on sale for Prime Day. Yeah, Shizor. I should have grabbed it. Didn't. Yes, Shizor and Dash Render. Those are going on. So maybe they'll expand that too in Black Series as well.
Have we gotten Dash announced for Black Series yet?
Yeah. You already got a pre-order.
Okay, cool. I was wondering if we had gotten there or not, but yeah, I like that fig. So
all right, just a couple comments.
I have the original.
Couple comments before we get to the next panel. I don't think they want HasLab overlapping. That's a good point with the Snowcast. Probably no announcement unless, because they wouldn't. When they announce it, it goes right up for the funding. They don't announce it and say in September. So that's a good point. Maybe PulseCon would be Star Wars, right? Because then by then it's over. The Snowcat's over. Black Series, Anakin's, Class Jedi, Starfighters. Great choice there. Cool. I like that. And sweet. All right, one more thing. Here we go. Okay, cool. All right, Transformers. We did already talk about Energon. We don't have Spec here, who's our Transformer guy, but we have Jason. Jason's a big
Hey,
Transformer guy. I mean, KJ likes Transformers too, but
Yeah.
I'll go to you, Jason. Any predictions for the panel? And I was very angry today. I was like, do an John panel versus Transformers panel. And then JC from Toy News was like, "No, dude, Energon is on Saturday." It's because I got the email for Energon, but it actually hasn't gone up yet because it's Saturday. So I got the two confused, and I was very on social media. I was like, "Imagine though if we got the Energon panel at 5:30 on Friday, and then I wouldn't put it past Hasbro
got to
to
move
do
to the
that."
next panel, man. It's gonna Sophie's choice over here. This guy. Anyway,
Anyway, talk to me real quick about what you expect to see from Transformers. They've done really well with 86 Studio Series Constructicons. They kind of tipped up what they're got in the future, but what do you think we're getting?
I mean, Studio Series has been doing really well. The Age of the Primes line has just kicked off. You know, they like to do those like 3 shots when they do their line. So we still have, I think, combiners are doing real well. We've got Vortex that's coming out. So Bruticus will be our next combiner. Probably Defensor will follow him. You're going to need a new Titan. We haven't gotten an announcement for a new Titan class. I know we just got Star Prime, which was supposed to be kind of Titan, but it's a little bit smaller in scale. I'd like to see who they're going to announce on the big scale coming up. Would it be? There's so many large scale transformers you could do, but there's not a lot that haven't been done yet. So I'm curious where they could go. I'd like to see an Omega Supreme done in like the Studio Series design, more faithful to the cartoon model. I don't know if we're going to get that, but we've been eating good with Studio Series right now, and
Yeah,
especially a lot of the stuff that goes back to the '84 cartoon. If you can sell by that shelf back there, that stuff's been moving on the shelves. So you're going to have to get another line in. I mean, not another line, but you're going to have to get some of the other what's the word I'm looking for? The other iterations of Transformers. Like we've done Energon, we've done Prime, we've done friggin' Rescue Bots. So there's plenty of ammo out there for them to get to. It's just like, well, they just did Skybite from Robots in Disguise, and they're doing pretty well revisiting some of these old series. So I don't see a redo of Metroplex. I just put that up. Metroplex is still out there. There's actually the Cyberverse version of Metroplex and the Titans Return version. So I don't see them dipping back into that one. We just got Trypticon. The well is open, but I think sticking with things from the 84 and 86 line and getting that nostalgia factor is gonna really help them right now. So yeah, but who's left? There's a lot of things that have been done. They've been doing, we're getting the aerial bots in Age of the Primes. We're getting the Constructicons. We're eating good on Transformers right now.
Yeah. And I would say we need more Skybound stuff. Like the Void Rivals, as far as I know, the Void Rivals exclusive is the first Energon Universe branded item from Hasbro. And we need more of that. So I think there just needs to be more synergy, no pun intended, shout out to Jim and the holograms, with what's going on in their publishing right now. They got to be smart about this because they can really lift both brands up. So if you haven't been reading Transformers, spoiler alert, some really cool shit happens. So catch up because it'll be awesome to see them do something like this. But yeah, I would like to see them utilize that more and really just try to. What's the best way of saying it? This is just the beginning. And if they're smart, they could have another 10, 15 years of collecting from the figures in the comic books piggybacking off of each other. We get the stuff that we get because we like the comic books. We like the cartoons. We like the movies. And yeah, the toys are cool. And when the toys are really cool by themselves, we'll get those too. But they just need to be smart about building out this universe. And
And the one rumor that I did hear is that they're going to go back to the well on the Masterpiece line as far as like the movie Masterpiece. The rumor is we're going to see Sideswipe. That was from the live action sequel to Transformers. Where he had like the skate wheels and the swords on his arms.
yeah.
Because we got through all of movie one on Masterpiece as far as Decepticons and Autobots. And I mean, those went to Target and they sold pretty well. So I see them maybe re-announcing a little bit more of the movie Masterpiece line.
I want to step in real quick. They already said no to this. They said in the last stream.
It's going to be a couple years.
Yep. They want you to, I mean, they just came out with the stuff. It's still, some of it's on pre-order. You gotta buy it now for it till then.
And Todd C makes a very good point about Rail Racer. They've done Transformers Robots in Disguise, and Rail Racer was 3. It'd be huge, and they did bring it up during the stream, but it's a sought-after Transformers. I could see them doing that. But they also just did a HasLab from Robots in Disguise, so I don't see them dipping back into that one. Maybe just a mainline release.
Makes sense. You got anything else left for us, KJ? I know you got to bounce, and then I think we'll do another 5 to 10 minutes. We got one more section with Jason here, and anything else, KJ, before we fly out?
Yeah, it's a really good time right now for collecting, and I think Comic-Cons are just as good a place as any to celebrate it, as well as the shows and the comics and everything else.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be exciting to see what happens. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody in San Diego. Jason, you especially. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh wait, no, hey, no. We're gonna manifest it. We're gonna manifest it. Show up to San Diego. Jason, listen to me. Jason,
why you do this to me?
Jason, you're not listening to me. Show up. Show up.
I can't. If a miracle happens, I will show up. I will start a GoFundMe. Get Jason to San Diego. No, absolutely not. I will not do that. I will not do that. No way.
I should probably go. Sorry.
Yeah. Go and enjoy yourself. Have fun for me.
Yeah.
Hit me up if you need any money for exclusives. So,
enjoy your Friday, and thanks for joining Impromptu, and maybe we'll see you on Wednesday.
All right.
Later, brother.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one. All right.
Keep hope alive.
Cool, man.
Guilt tripping me into not going to San Diego Comic-Con. Damn.
Oh man, that happens. But this is our Comic-Con, bro. That's why I wanted you on, because I was like, look, I'm chilling all day, not working on any reviews, and there's so much news. Look at this. 2 hours and 37 minutes into a last minute show. I was like, oh, we'll do an hour and a half. No. Everybody showed up. We got it. The comments were crazy all day. One last section because, man, it's all in weekend, and they had a big panel today down in Texas, and I got to talk about Jazzwares, right? So Jazzwares has a panel on Saturday. That's the thing. We don't have the full schedule yet, but Jazzwares is there. They got their 2025 sneak peek at Saturday at 10 a.m. And congratulations, Jazzwares. You're not going against GIJoe finally. Every year I'm like, oh, they'll have Sting, Darby Allin, Orange Cat, like all these people at the AW panel. I never get to go because it's during another Hasbro stream, and they're on Saturday. Brilliant. Jeremy Padawer, brilliant. Good work. They have Squishmallows, Pokemon. What else? They got Micro Galaxy Squadron, anime, all kind of stuff. So yeah, it'll be a good panel to have. And today there were a couple reveals. We'll go over them really quickly because I know you probably want to go. It's Friday night. I want to eat as well, but I do want to shout out some of the stuff. Is that working? Is it showing?
Wow.
Cool. Shout out to my boy Justin. Justin Kendall from Wrestling Figure News. I'm gonna go hang out with him at the convention. Hopefully we can finally go to an AEW panel. But talk to me, man. You're an AEW guy. What do you think of this legacy of Sting?
Dude, you can bank on Sting figures selling. You're going, beginning. We're going what? Early WCW, mid WCW, and then AEW. Yeah, man, those are gonna sell out. That's a good looking set.
Well, I was thinking a year ago it would have sold out because that's when they revealed it. Was at Comic-Con last year, and they're revealing it. They revealed it at the All In panel today, the pre-order. But I don't know if it sells out now. We might have to look. But yeah, I just wanted to give this a quick shout because I'm a big Sting fan, and he already did a panel at Comic-Con. So let's see. Let's click on the link and see if it's sold out. There's 6,000. I don't think it'll sell out. No, it's
But I
still there.
think you're also
100
the
bucks.
this is Sting's like last year doing appearances in the paint. So a lot of people are gonna want their stuff just for nostalgia and getting it signed and everything. So I can see that.
Yeah, I think
6,000?
eventually it'll get there, but I think eventually it'll get there, but not yet. Yeah, not yet. All right, what else we got going on here? Ba 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 ba. See what else we got. Are you watching All In?
Oh yeah, it's happening here in my town. I'm not going to the show. Funny story. I actually saw Swerve leaving my gym as I was going in.
No way.
Yeah,
That's dope.
I saw, and I was like, "Wait a minute, that was yeah." And I didn't want to bother the guy or anything, but it was definitely him.
Right. And I got an Okada. My boys are there. Shout out to Phil, Jose, Daniel. They're my wrestling dudes. I couldn't make this trip. It was too unpredictable. With Comic-Con just like not even like what is it? Not even 2 weeks, like less than 2 weeks after All In. I was like, I can't. And I would just worked in Dallas for 24 days last October. As you know, you and I hung out. And I may be working there again in October. I won't know till probably next month, my schedule for
Okay,
auto show season. So I was like, I can't really go to Dallas in between all that. And, work hasn't been the best until auto show season, to be completely transparent. But we do have Okada's first figure. And again, man, I don't know about that face sculpt, bro. Looking like Toro Yano or something. I don't know.
I saw the reveal video, and he did not look that excited over this. I mean, he said that the face looks good, but yeah, that does not look as. I think Super 7 did a better job with their Okada.
Oh no. That's why Justin was like, I'm not mad at this because the Super Sevens were terrible, but I'm like, man, this ain't this and this is $50 plus
Why?
shipping plus tax.
Why is that $50?
And their shipping is expensive as fuck too. $50
No, I'm
for a
not
soft
feeling
goods
this.
robe, new title. It's new tooling, I guess. I don't know, or the exclusivity of it all.
I'm not feeling this for the price point.
Yeah. No, hell no. I didn't get it. I already feel burned by getting the $50 Mercedes because I thought she was going to sell out. So I got two. I'm like, all right, I'll flip one and it'll help pay for that one. And it was on pre-order for months, that Mercedes. But I will give them credit. I like the packaging. Looks dope.
I hope their mainline version is better.
Yep. And speaking of that, they announced a mainline Series 2. So we'll get into that. Let's see. What else we got? Oh, did you see the mainline series that they announced on Ringside, Unmatched Collection?
I did not actually. I know they announced them boys, and
Oh, yeah, that's right. We can get to
yeah,
that too.
Briscoe was putting those up, which um,
We'll get to those real quick.
I think people are going to want that one. Just yeah. I think people
So
are going to
I
really
missed
want that one.
out. I missed out on the hardcore ones with the blood that were insanely good. I missed out on those.
I
Remember
think
those?
people are,
They're sold
yeah,
out
yeah.
on the vault. But yeah.
I think people are going to definitely want this one just for the we don't have our Briscoe. Well, we don't have Jay anymore, but I think people are going to get this one. They're going to show up for this one, I think.
Yeah, I think overall they did a pretty good job. Look at that. That is Mark Briscoe. There's no
Mm-hmm.
doubt about it. And Jay's not bad. It's not the greatest. They don't make the greatest face sculpts in the world, but I'm not completely mad at it. All right, cool. So then what else we got? Da 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 da. We'll get to all right. I think those are the reveals for today at the vault, but then there was also the unmatched reveals that we got here. So we got a mainline Mercedes. We got Roddy, Juice, Ric Flair. We'll get to we'll get to Tricky Rick in a sec, but we got John Moxley. Death Jitsu, got it. I love that hoodie. Face sculpt's better than the old Mox, but still not great, but it's better, right?
Yeah, I wish they would do a better job with those. Just,
Yeah.
it's been hit or miss, definitely. A lot more miss than hit.
Yeah. It's too bad because like the figures feel good in hand, better
Oh,
than
yeah.
Mattel, to be honest. And the gear is great, the deco is great, but then they just don't have that True Effects digital ink print quality.
I think one of the first ones with what was her name? She was the first AEW Women's Champion. Riho.
Uh, oh,
Riho.
Riho, yeah.
Man, that face sculpt was tragic. I'm sorry.
Justin Mohan says majors are doing the AEW LJN style figures. Nice, cool. Yeah, there was a lot of different announcements there at All In Weekend. I really wish I was there, but I'm glad at least we're doing the toy kind of mood. Good to catch you live for a change. Have a good weekend. Yeah, we're pretty much done, bro. We'll be done in a few minutes, so thank you guys. WWF, my top doink, Goldust, Razor, mid 90s.
Okay.
Funny stuff. Oh, look, we got Ric Flair, dude. Ric Flair with an AEW figure. That's fucking big news.
It's amazing they can actually do this. That I kind of want a Ric Flair in that scale. I like 112 scale figures. So yeah, you can hear the woo,
Look at that soft roll. And they do a good job with the soft guy. And then we got a Chase
Oh,
in blue. And there's the woo face. So the
I think I
Chase is
like
going to have
the
the woo
blue
face.
better.
Again, the likeness. I don't know if it's Ric Flair from the side of those. But the robe is great. And yeah, we got Roddy. And they got he's got the glasses and the neck piece from the
Okay.
injury angle. That's pretty dope.
Can
So
hear
they
him
do the
screaming
deep
Adam.
cuts. And then Adam. And they got Mercedes. And this pretty much is the exclusive, just without the robe. That's pretty much so people paid $50 and they could get a $25 without the robe. But yeah, this one looks great. That face scan is awesome, dude. They nailed it. They nailed it for sure.
Talk
They
about
did
somebody
great.
that's just gotten a lot of action figures of herself, man. It's Mercedes. She's in Star Wars, she's in AEW, WWE.
There's Juice. Juice has got some great attire, man. Look at that face sculpt. That's a good one. That's pretty good because he's nuts.
I kind of want to, make sure he's got $5. Maybe he can go get a meal or something. But that's totally Juice Robinson, man.
Pretty cool stuff. Well, I was glad to just cover. We don't do a whole lot of wrestling, but we have been lately, and people still tune in. So, look, this was it. I didn't expect to go almost 3 hours again on a Friday afternoon impromptu, but we did it, and appreciate everyone joining us last second. And if you do anything else with your night, like the show. And Jason, any last words before we head out of here on the weekend?
Man, it's always good to hang out and talk some toys, man. If a miracle happens and somehow, because I still got a pass waiting for me to get there, I'll come a running. But if not, I hope y'all have a great time. And like I said, if y'all happen to be in the line at the Hasbro booth, give your boy a text. He will send y'all money. I'm letting you know right now.
It's too bad. It's two per because
I think Bobby and I already came to an agreement on the Sauron set that he's going to let me have the Rogue and the Shauna, but it's not just the exclusives, man. I miss the experience. I hate that I'm not going this year, but especially having like people to meet there, But y'all have a good time. Never say never. Things might change, but man, this is it's been a great show. It makes me hurt for all the stuff I'm missing, but I hope y'all have a great time though.
Yeah, and it makes us hurt, especially me personally, because like I said in the beginning of the show, you're the guy I usually see first. You know what I mean? Like at least go see with booze and using clinking glasses at the Paramount Lodge. But I'll be thinking of you, buddy, and we'll get you back on and talk about all the madness from Comic-Con, regardless of whether you're going or not. You always have great insight on everything, and you're part of the family, man. I appreciate you.
I just like talking some toys with some bros, man. That's all it is.
That's what's up. Hey, everybody. Toy Kind of Mood 231 Madness Toy Pin. I mean, we didn't do any presentation for this. There was no slides. We had to like everything was like
Definitely
the
off the
schedule
cuff.
was insane. Huh?
It was a definitely off the cuff show.
Oh yeah,
It's
off
like,
the
let's
cuff. But
go,
I'm
let's
saying
do
like
this.
there was a lot to talk about just based on the schedule alone for Comic Con, and we still have tomorrow, Saturday. So I think Wednesday we'll kind of pick up the pieces with any leftover Comic Con scheduling news. There probably won't be a whole lot with Saturday. We did go over almost 3 hours of it. And I think maybe we'll talk about our best classified of the year so far. It was a fun video I put together. I'd like to have the whole cast of the Toy Kind of Mood join me and give their picks for the best classified before we hit to Comic Con and kind of bring some spirit of what we have before we get more, right? So
I
in
definitely
the
like to see
meantime,
a who was right after Comic Con show.
oh,
Like
that would be
what
good.
predictions came true.
Yeah, well, that'd be good. I think we did a lot of the predictions here, but yeah, we'll have some predictions before Comic Con. Well, preview night's on a Wednesday, so I don't think we'll do a show on Wednesday, but we may go live Tuesday the following week. Because what do we got? We got one more week, and then we got Comic Con. So we'll go Wednesday this week, Tuesday the following week, and then we'll be at Comic Con, and we'll hit the bricks there. But all right, guys. In the meantime, Travis Moody for Bobby, KJ, Jason, and the entire Tuck on the Mood. We'll catch you in the 12, and we'll catch you at Comic Con. All right, peace.